You are live, ma'am.
I can't hear you now.
You are live, ma'am.
Hello.
Live.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Harini Kannan, representing HDFC ERGO General Insurance, and it's my delight and pleasure to welcome you to the third zonal finale of HDFC ERGO Insurance Awards Junior Season 7. The insurance awareness campaign was conceptualized almost 7 years ago when we started this program in Mumbai. The journey which started from one city, and this year now we have reached out to almost 110 plus cities in India. Around 2,600 students like you have participated from all over India, and we congratulate all the city round winners of East Zone who have come out as winners to this stage. In the last 7 years, we've been able to see the concept of insurance as an instrument of financial security to young minds like you across India. I must mention here that this would have not been possible without the active support from parents, principals, teachers, and of course you, the students. With this, we aim to spread insurance awareness to ensure a financially secure society. Pandemic, as we all know, have been the biggest learning exercise of our lifetime. We all realize the importance of insurance in these difficult times over the last 2 years. Let's see what the new millennials have learned from the pandemic and how the insurance awareness quiz ensures that this learning never stops. So let's watch an AV now.
Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना, जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक I found my purpose.
अरे बेटा मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी.
Fill the online form, Dad. बस payment ही तो करना है. Bye.
I'm proud of my beta. After winning the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz, winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान.
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई
So I would now like to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Ankur Bahore, President, Bank Assurance, to address the students.
Good afternoon, all. I'm sure each one of you are equally excited because I'm very excited and charged up to see you all in this new season of HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. So firstly, I would like to congratulate all the winners here who have beaten their friends in the city rounds. When you talk about insurance industry, India fares behind some of the advanced economies in terms of penetration and density. Towards increasing the awareness and eventually the penetration of insurance, we launched this quiz in 2016, which is called as HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Awards Junior, primarily for 8th and 9th standard students, with the very intent of raising the insurance awareness. This year, our insurance quiz gets bigger and grander, and I'm very happy to share that we have reached to about 3 lakh students from 1,200 schools and 110 cities. So this is something which we feel really good and proud about. We hope that we continue this momentum and year on year continue to reach more and more students, more and more schools, and more cities. We hope to keep this momentum going with your support and with your active participation. Students, planning is very important in life, and insurance is a part of your financial planning, which helps you to stay prepared against the future uncertainties. If you actively start talking about insurance, start thinking about insurance, I'm sure you can go and change the world around you with your positive thoughts. So with this, I take a pause here I wish you all the very best for the zonal round. Stay calm, listen carefully, and take your own time to answer. All the very best to you all.
Thanks, Ankur. So we've seen some really tough fights this year in the preliminary rounds, and we had very close wins for North and West zonal rounds on Saturday and Sunday. I'm sure that the E zone finale would be very exciting as one team would get a chance to seal its position in the finale. Without any further ado, may I call upon our host and bros, Meksham Shirodkar, to start the quiz. All the best, students.
Thank you, Harini, and thank you, Ankur sir, for being here to kick off the proceedings. Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here today. We are here for the East Zonal rounds of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior 2022, a nationwide insurance quiz for schools brought to you by HDFC ERGO General Insurance Company Limited. This year, in the 7th edition of this one-of-a-kind quiz, the biggest of its kind in Asia, the theme has been the biggest ever. For we have traveled to almost 1,200 schools across 110 cities of India in almost all the states and union territories, connecting and reaching out to almost 3 lakh students. If that is not big, I don't know what is. A little bit about this quiz. Through this quiz, through the insurance quiz, we aim to inculcate necessary life skills like financial planning and insurance in the minds of students at a very early age to help them to protect their dreams against unforeseen circumstances and risks. Truly is it said about this quiz, इसके साथ आपके सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान. Today's agenda is simple. We are here for the zonal rounds in the East Zone. 3 rapid fire quizzes that will see a East Zone champion being crowned. The journey so far has taken us to the north and the west of India, where we have seen one zonal champion each march into the national finals. And today is the turn of the East Zone, where some brilliant young minds have already fought tooth and nail for the honor of being the top 14 teams in the eastern sector of India. In the next 2 hours, we will see these city champions battle each other for the honor of being East Zone champion and take that coveted 3rd spot in the national final this year. So without any further ado, let us quickly take you into the first zonal eliminator for East Zone. 7 teams randomly drawn to face each other in a battle of wits to showcase their IQ, the insurance quotient. So far, we have seen 14 city teams being identified. They are here in front of you, the first 7 of them, and the another 7 teams that have been identified. They will be in the second zonal eliminator. 2 teams from each zonal eliminator qualify into the zonal final for the East Zone, which will follow immediately today itself. And one zonal champion marches into the national final. The zonal runners-up goes into a lucky draw with each of the runners-up from the other 3 zones. And 2 of them will ride their luck to join the 4 zonal champions in the national final, where we will identify the national champion, a national runners-up, and a national second runners-up. What do we have in store for you in the zonals, you say? Well, a lot of goodies. First and foremost, the zonal champion takes that coveted direct entry into the national final of the insurance quiz this year. And there's a trophy to take back home for being a zonal winner as well. The zonal runners-up need not lose hope. Sometimes an agonizing 10 or 15 points separates the first from the second. You will go into a lucky draw, a very unique feature of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Quiz, where the 4 zonal runners-up go into a hat, that metaphorical hat out of which we pick a lucky 2 names, and that takes place live on Facebook and YouTube at the end of the 4 zonal rounds. What happens in the national finals? Well, a lot of goodies at stake there as well. In the national final, the winner gets 1.5 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the 2 students and a further 75,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which comes second in the national finals wins 1 lakh rupees between the two students and a further 50,000 rupees for their school. The team which comes third, bronze medalists, so to say, win themselves 50,000 rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 25,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. If you come fourth, fifth, or sixth in the national final, you're already champions in our book. So we will do our best to make it sweeter for you in spite of the disappointment of not being on the podium. So each team that finishes fourth, fifth, or sixth in the national final win themselves 20,000 rupees between the two students and a further 10,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. We did say it was the biggest ever, right? This is one of the biggest prize kitties of its kind for school students anywhere in India or indeed the world. These are your prizes, but they are a little too far. Right now, we are here in the East Zone Eliminator 1. And without any further time wasting, I'm going to take you into meeting these teams and calling them out before they start answering questions left, right, and center. At table number 1, representing a St. Angels Secondary School, Calcutta, we have Ishan Biswas and Ishan Chaudhary. The two Ishans, welcome to the quiz. At table number 2, representing Elias Mayer School and Talmud Torah from Kolkata again, we have Mursalan Parvez and Abhi Raut. Mursalan and Abhi, welcome to the East Zone Eliminators. At team number 3, all the way from Siliguri, GD Goenka Public School, represented by Devang Kaushik Sharma and Rangdol Gole. Devang and Rangdol, welcome to the quiz. At table number 4, from Kendriya Vidyalaya Command Hospital, Kolkata, we have the team of Kunal Goswami and Avish Alam. Kunal and Avish, welcome to the Eliminators.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. At table number 5, from Raipur, one of the schools which has had a good record in this quiz over the years, Krishna Public School, represented by Aditya Singh and Shirish Gautam. Aditya and Shirish, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
All right, moving on. Team number 6 is National English School, Rajarhat, Kolkata, represented by Nafi Aman Hussain and Upasna Ghosh. Nafi Aman and Upasna, welcome to the East Zone Eliminators. Last, but certainly not the least, from Bhubaneshwar, Prabhuji English Medium School, represented by Prakshat Sahu and Saksham Sujay. Prakshat and Saksham, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. A grand welcome to all 7 teams, 14 sharp young minds, bright and early here in the East Zone. Let me show you the roadmap that we have today. But before that, one quick request for every team that is participating. Please put any mobile devices or iPads or anything that you might have on off mode. The only system that should be on is the one in front of you where you're logged in. And please make sure that there's nobody else in the room with you other than you and your partner. No parents, no teachers, no seniors, no siblings, right? We want this to be a test of your insurance quotient, not anybody else's. So we want this to be a very fair quiz, right? Let's show you the rules that we will follow for this eliminator. It's a rapid fire, quick eliminator, 14 questions spread across 2 rounds. For each round, the rules will be explained before we begin that round, so there is no doubt in your minds. One rule that we will follow throughout these eliminators, and indeed in the final as well, is that all teams will remain muted until I call upon you to unmute yourself and answer. Please do not answer out of turn. If you speak out of turn, there's a straight negative, a -10 as a punishment, right? So let's not go down that road. Please answer into the mic clearly. One of you should answer into the mic so that I hear just one answer. If I hear 2 answers from the same team, one after the other, if the first answer is wrong and the second answer is correct, I will still hold it to be a wrong answer because the first thing I hear counts. So do not do that. Please give me just one answer between the 2 of you. We will announce the scores at the end of round 1 and at the end of 4 questions in the second round. Of course, we'll announce them at the end of the quiz as well. Let me remind you, the top 2 teams from this eliminator qualify into the zonal finals. For everybody watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, the zonal finals for the East Zone take place immediately today itself, right in quick succession after the second zonal eliminator. All right, these were your general rules. We will quickly go into the rules for round one. Round one is what we call preambles. We have 7 insurance questions passing via infinite bounds. I'll take a quick pause to explain to everybody what infinite bounds means. It's simple, really. All questions, if they're answered correctly, a correct answer is worth 10 points. What if I ask team 1 a question and they don't answer, or they give an incorrect answer? There are no negatives at all, so you can guess away. The question just passes to team 2 with the full 10 points intact. If team 2 gives me a right answer, I give them the full 10 points, but the next question will go to team 3. So the thumb rule is whichever team gets points, the next question will go to the next team. What does this do? It means that no team, no matter how strong they are, will ever get 2 questions one after the other in order to score, right? So mathematically, it makes for a very fair quiz. What happens in the rare event that the 7 of you, all 7 teams, do not answer a question? Simple. I give out the answer and I go with the next question back to the same team. If that team and the other teams again fail to answer the question, then for the third question, I will go to the next team in order. So essentially, if the question passes all the way around without answering, we will go back to the same team only 2 times. The third time, we will move on to the next team, right? Please ensure your camera is on and operational at all times. And remember, wait for your name to be called out before you answer. Fair and simple. Let's go quickly into question 1. Round 1. This is a question for Assembly of Angels Secondary School. Here it comes. Insurance works on the basic principle of contributions by many in the form of premium, paying for the losses of a few. What is this law or principle better known as in insurance? Team 1, Assembly of Angels. I have described the law for you. Contributions by many in the form of premium, paying for the losses of a few. But there is a certain name for this law or principle in insurance. What is this law or principle called? This is for team 1. And remember, no negatives, so please guess away.
Sorry, sir. We can't understand.
Okay. Assembly of Angels, do you want to pass, or what are you saying?
So we want to pass it.
All right, not a problem. We will go to team 2. Kendriya Vidyalaya Command. Sorry, team 2 is Elias Mayer. Elias Mayer, quickly unmute yourself. And what do you think the answer is?
Sir, why balance?
What is this law called? Quickly, it's a pass question, so I'll have to rush you. For pass questions, I won't give much time. Elias Mayer, please unmute yourself and tell me, what is this law called in insurance? It is called the law of something something.
So I don't know.
All right. I'm going to move on to GD Goenka Public School. GD Goenka, unmute yourself and tell me your guess. No negatives, so guess away.
Law of few by many.
Law of few by many. That's a really nice guess, but unfortunately not the answer I'm looking for. I will go to Kendriya Vidyalaya Command Hospital. KV Command Hospital, what's your guess?
Sir, principle of contribution.
Principle of contribution. That is one of the principles of insurance, but not the law we are looking for. We will go to Krishna Public School, Raipur.
Sir, law of large numbers.
Law of large numbers it is. It passes through 4 teams, but the Raipur team muffs it up. 10 points to team 5. Krishna Public School picks up 10 points. The next question will go to National English School. Here's your question. In a health insurance policy, various benefits get accumulated with the insurer with the passage of time. Under such continuity benefits, one of the main things that happens is that various waiting periods are either reduced or completed, thereby providing full coverage to the insured. This is one of the benefits. What is the other main type of continuity benefits? This is for National English School, Rajarhat. You all know about continuity benefits. There are two main things or types of continuity benefits. I have given you one, that waiting periods get reduced or completed. What is the other type of main type of continuity benefit? This is for team 6. Nafi, Aman and Upasna. I'll give you 10 seconds more. Then you can unmute and answer. Remember, there are no negatives. So please don't say quiet. Say something. You never know, it might turn out to be the right answer. Yes, team 6. Can you give me an answer now? National English School? No? I'm going to move on to Prabhuji English Medium School. Prabhuji, can you please unmute yourself and give me a guess?
No claim bonus.
There are no negatives.
So it might be no claim bonus.
No claim bonus. That's a good guess, but unfortunately not the right answer here. We will go back to team 1. Assembly of Angels. Ishan and Ishan, do you have a guess for me?
The protection of continuity benefits.
Protection of continuity. No, not really. Not the answer I'm looking for. Let's go to Elias Mayer. It's a past question, Elias Mayer, so I would require that you answer immediately. What is the other main type of continuity benefits?
The optimal secure health.
And no negatives, so please guess. I've given you one, I need the other.
Sir, optimal secure health.
No? I'm going to move to GD Goenka. GD Goenka, quickly unmute yourself and give me a guess.
When the insurance company changes, the benefits also carry over.
Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Like I've mentioned, I'm just looking for the other main type of continuity benefit. I'm going to move across to KV Command Hospital. KV, can you unmute yourself and give me a guess?
Sir, full coverage to the insured.
Full coverage to the insured. The coverage under the policy increases. I'm going to give it to you. 10 points to KV Command Hospital. That's a good answer. What happens is either the waiting periods get reduced or completed, and the other thing is the coverage under the policy increases. 10 points to team 4. You get 10. Kendriya Vidyalaya Command Hospital. Good answer. And the next question, by the law of infinite bounds, will go to Krishna Public School, Raipur. Personal accident insurance is an annual policy which provides compensation in the event of injuries, disability, or death caused solely by violent, accidental, external, and visible events. It is distinctly different from the life insurance policies and medical or health insurance policies. I want you to tell me that when the premium for a personal accident policy is being calculated, 3 factors are taken into consideration. 2 of them are age of the insured and number of family members of the insured. What is the third factor?
Sir, the occupation of the insured person.
Occupation of the insured person is correct, Raipur. 10 points to you. That's a really good answer by Krishna Public School. We will quickly move to team 6. National English School, this is your direct. In insurance, an act of God is a wide term used to cover all acts of nature that cannot be controlled by humans. In the earlier days, act of God perils were either excluded under insurance policies or simply they were refused cover, right? However, present day policies offer act of God covers either as inbuilt coverages or as an extension of the regular policy. Some of the common act of God perils include STFI, which stands for storm, tempest, flood, and inundation, and EQ. What do the letters EQ stand for when it comes to act of God, parents? This is a question for team 6, National English School. Think logically, an act of nature that cannot be controlled by humans. I have already given you storm, tempest, flood, and inundation. And I have told you that something is called EQ. What do you think EQ could stand for? Team 6. Please don't press your buzzers. This is not a buzzer question. Team 6, National English School, can you take a guess? What does EQ stand for? I'll give you 5 seconds more. Can you unmute yourself? National English School, can you unmute yourself? If you cannot, type it into the message box and send it to us. That message box which you see on your screen. What do you think EQ stands for? My team, please check if they have sent any message. We will give them a little bit of time. The Eastern Zone has traditionally had a little bit of issues sometimes when it comes to network. I'm sure India's mobile service providers and data providers are working on it. But until then, we need to give you a little bit of leeway, right? If you cannot message, can you write it on a piece of paper in big letters and hold it to the camera?
Sir, there will be an earthquake.
Can you write it on a piece of paper and hold it to the camera? They're doing that. Okay, we'll give them a little bit of time. National English School, right? All the other teams, please do not answer, but keep your answers ready. If their answer is incorrect, I will come to you, right? Okay, we have an answer which they have messaged. Let me take a look. Okay, lovely. We have received your answer, National English School. Yes, earthquake is what they have messaged. That will give them 10 points. Very, very nice. We got your answer. National English School pick up their 10 points for this round. That's a good answer. EQ or earthquake is what I was looking for. We'll quickly move on to question number 5. This is for Prabhuji English Medium School from Bhubaneshwar. In the motor insurance industry, if a vehicle owner has not made even a single claim during the term of the motor insurance policy, the insurance company offers a no claim bonus, which one of you guessed for one of the earlier questions, right? So they offer a no claim bonus at the time of the next renewal of the policy. What you have to explain, Prabhuji, is exactly how does the policyholder receive a no claim bonus? How do they get the benefit of a no claim bonus? This is for team 7. Prabhuji, English Medium School from Bhubaneshwar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, if they actually don't claim any revenue from the company, so then they can get some additional benefits of 20 to 50% of the insurance.
20 to 50% of what? If you can explain that, I can give you points.
So premium. Sir, that's some insured.
That is what I was looking for. Very, very good. When you said premium, I could stop you right there. That is correct. They get a discount or a kind of a less premium. And as you very nicely pointed out, it goes from 20 to 50% of the premium table. Very, very nice. You did not let that googly trip you up. Sometimes people say that they get it as cash or they get it as a money transfer, but no, it is in the form of a discount in the premium, right? Very, very nice. 10 points to Prabhuji English Medium School. 5 questions done. The next question will go to Assembly of Angels, Ishan and Ishan. Here's your question. Many Latin and Greek words find usage in the terminology used in the financial services sector, including our own insurance industry as well. Which Latin word, whose meaning is utmost, is very commonly used in the principles of insurance? This is for team 1. You have to tell me a Latin word whose meaning is utmost, that is commonly used in insurance. This is for team 1. Assembly of Angels. One of the most beautiful names for a school that I have come across. Sometimes parents disagree with that angels part, especially when you're not behaving nicely. But I believe, yes, overall children are angels, right? All right, Ishan and Ishan, what Latin word is it which means utmost?
Sir, Uberima fides.
Uberima is correct. Uberima fides means utmost good faith. Uberima will give you 10 points. Assembly of Angels, that's quite an angelic answer that gives you 10 points. 10 points to team 1. And the last question of this round will go to Elias Mayer, team 2. Here's your question. In a standard insurance policy, there's a certain introductory paragraph which sets out the essential elements of the contract. Among other things, it states that the insured has paid the premium and signed the proposal form, which forms the basis of any insurance contract. What you have to tell me, Team 2, is what is this very important paragraph called? What is the name given to this very important paragraph that you find in a standard, at the introduction of a standard insurance policy? This is for team 2, Elias Mayer. Elias Mayer, represented by Mursalan Parvez and Abhi Raut. Mursalan and Abhi, I'll give you 10 seconds more. You just have to tell me what is this introductory passage in an insurance policy document called. All the other teams, do not answer yet, but keep your answers ready in case I come to you. No? All right. I'm going to move on to GD Goenka Public School. GD Goenka, quickly unmute yourself and give me a guess. There are no negatives.
Header? I know this one.
Header. Header is not what I'm looking for. That's a good answer, but it's not really an introductory paragraph. We are going to go to KV Command Hospital. KV, what's your guess?
Preamble.
Preamble clause is correct. Preamble or the preamble clause, which is indeed the name of the first round in every insurance quiz that we conduct. 10 points to KV Command Hospital, Rajarhat. And that brings us to the end of round 1. Let me remind you, this is a quick fire eliminator. We are halfway through, 7 questions gone, 7 questions to come. At the end of this eliminator 1, remember, it does not matter who comes first. It just matters who are the first 2. So remember, don't get disheartened if you're not in the first position yet, because if one thing has been proved correct in this quiz, it is that the last round, which is a very exciting round on buzzers, has turned fortunes upside down for many teams over the last 6 years, right? So in a short while, the scores are going to come up on screen. Let's show you the scores now. These points apiece. Assembly of Angels, National English School, and Prabhuji all on 10. Leading at this point, tied neck and neck with each other on 20 points, are the teams from Krishna Public School, Raipur, and National English School, Rajarhat, Kolkata. So 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, and 0. That's the position that we find ourselves in. Remember, it is anybody's game from here on. And to show you what that game is, let's take you to round 2. Round 2 is what we call risks and premiums. Insurance is full of risks and full of premiums, and this quiz is also full of those things. These are your rules for the round 2. 7 questions, all of them on insurance and all of them on the buzzer. If you wonder what the buzzer is, it's that big red circle on the right top of your screens. I will bring you to a trial question in a couple of seconds, which will allow you to test your buzzers. But in the meanwhile, the rules are, if you get the question that comes up on screen, if you buzz and I identify you and tell you to answer, you answer correctly, you get +20. You answer incorrectly, you get a -10. This is not a buzzer which only identifies the first team or the fastest team. Potentially all 7 teams can buzz. My team will be able to see all of you in order of buzzing, fastest followed by second fastest, third fastest, and so on. And we will go in that order. Remember, do not answer unless I call upon your team. Answering out of turn, you already know the penalty is -10. And the moment the question comes up on screen, you can press the buzzer. You do not have to wait for me to finish reading the question. You can buzz whenever you want. However, the moment I see a buzz, I'm going to stop talking and immediately tell that team to answer. Please wait for me to call you by name. Remember, once you buzz, we have a record of the buzzing, so you cannot withdraw your buzzer. You have to stick to it, right? If the teams are ready, we are going to do a quick buzzer check. Before that, please make sure that for this round, all of you put your microphones on unmute. Please unmute yourself so that everything is heard. We'll give a quick 5 seconds for that. In the meanwhile, let me remind you, above all, above being the biggest ever quiz, above being the only insurance quiz for schools, there is one thing that HDFC ERGO and its quiz stands for, is transparency and fairness. So please make sure that there's nobody else in the room with you other than you as the partner, nobody on any other phone, any other screen. If you get a complaint from my team keeping a vigil, unfortunately, I might have to disqualify a team from their team. And I really don't want to do that, right? So right in mind, you don't need to have a video, right? If everybody is unmuted, remember this is going to be a final question. Reset the buzzers. Wait a while. Reset the buzzers. Wait, don't buzz now. I will tell you, I'll give you a chance. All right. Let's reset the buzzers. Don't buzz. Wait. Let's show you the trial screen. Fingers on your buzzers. The next question is going to be a dummy question. It's only to test the buzzers. So the moment you see the question, all 7 teams should hit the buzzer. There is no negative here, even if you are answering correctly. This is just a test of your buzzers, right? So if all the teams are ready, question coming up now. Okay. Let us first check everything that all the teams. Only Kolkata, KV Command Hospital and Krishna School have buzzed. Please press the buzzer.
Sir, LIC.
Wait. Let's see all the buzzers first.
Yeah, LIC.
Central is there, Krishna Public School is there, Assembly of Angels has buzzed, Shri Goenka has buzzed, National English School has buzzed. I don't have a buzz from Prabhuji, can you hit the buzzer? You don't have to answer. Please hit the buzzer. Prabhuji, hit the buzzer. Prabhuji English School, can you click on the buzzer, please? Also, Elias Mayer has not buzzed yet. Elias Mayer, can you click on the buzzer? KV Command Hospital, Krishna Public School. Okay, Elias Mayer has also buzzed. Prabhuji, can you please buzz? I won't ask you to answer. I just want to test your buzzer. Please click on the red button. Prabhuji, only Prabhuji. There's a very beautiful ghazal by Anup Jalota which goes, Prabhuji, I feel like that's saying Prabhuji, Prabhuji. Right? Prabhuji, please press the buzzer, that red circle. Can my team just scroll up and check how many buzzers we have?
Sir, our buzzer is not working actually.
Okay, we have 3, 4, 5, and 6. We only have 6 buzzers. Can my team please quickly check?
The buzzer is not working actually.
Okay, we'll check. Don't worry. In the meanwhile, KV Command Hospital, you want to give me a guess for what logo this is?
Sir, life. Sir, LIC. LIC.
LIC is correct. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham the famous Sanskrit logo, motto of the LIC, taken from the very beautiful Bhagavad Gita. No points because this was a trial question, but we do know that the buzzers are working.
Excuse me,
I
sir.
want to give a quick 10-15 seconds to my team and Prabhuji to get their buzzers in order because I want each to have the fairest of chances to win this. Let's see if their buzzer has worked. Can you scroll down and see if we can see the buzzer by them? Last is still Elias Mayer. The HDFC ERGO team at the back end, please quickly connect and see why Prabhuji English Medium School buzzer is not working. Let me remind everybody who's watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube that these are going to be 2 quick-fire eliminator rounds followed by a zonal final. 2 teams from this eliminator, 2 teams from the second eliminator will go through the zone final. And these rounds will fight it out today itself in less than an hour from now for the glory of being the 3rd national finalist of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Quiz. But edition, the biggest ever. And let's take a look. Can we scroll down and see if Prabhuji has been able to buzz? We're still at Elias Mayer. We will wait because students, everybody who's watching, these students have performed brilliantly well in the online elimination rounds which have happened a few weeks before. And what you see before you, 52 teams across 4 zones. And these 52 teams are selected from almost 1,200 teams that took part. So that is how good they are. And I don't want them to miss out on a chance because a little bit of an electronic issue was there, right? We will give a quick 15 seconds for Prabhuji English Medium School, Bhubaneshwar, to kind of get their act together when it comes to the buzzer. If you believe in Lord Jagannath, who lives right next door in Bhubaneshwar, please pray to him to put that buzzer right so that I can include you in the buzzer round. And we will send a quick prayer all the way from Mumbai to Bhubaneshwar as well. One of the more spectacular religious festivals of India and indeed anywhere in the world, the Jagannath Ratha Yatra in Bhubaneshwar, and that is where Prabhuji English Medium School is from. I think my team is not able to connect to Prabhuji English Medium School. So what I'm going to do is let's reset the buzzers. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is, I guess. If they join back, we will take them into the round at whatever stage they join back. All teams, fingers off the buzzer now. Don't buzz again. Let's reset the buzzers. From now on, if you buzz, which team has got no video? Elias Mayer, the video is not there. Elias Mayer, can we get their video back online? In the meanwhile, all other teams, fingers on your buzzers. Elias Mayer is back. Lovely. Fingers on your buzzers. Unmute yourself, all teams. National English Medium, you are not unmuted. Please unmute. Yes, you are unmuted now. 1, 2, 3. Elias Mayer, please unmute yourself. Okay, get unmuted. Great. So let's reset those buzzers. So here's how it goes. Before every question comes up on the screen, I'm going to give you a little bit of an idea as to what is the answer that I want, right? The moment you buzz, I will stop speaking and I will tell you which team has to answer. Please do not answer until I call upon you. If that happens, it's a straight -10, right? So please don't answer unless I take your school name. If all the teams are ready, the next question has got an image and some text. It has to do with a certain kind of insurance. You will see the word blanked out in text. That same word, whatever is that active, shown in the big image, the photo. Yes. Which team is this?
Sir, Prabhuji English Medium School. Sir, are we audible now?
Yes, you're audible. Can you quickly press your buzzer, Prabhuji? Take the cursor there and take the pointer there. Oh, lovely. You are also there. Brilliant. So all the teams are there. Please put yourself on unmute. Let me quickly tell Prabhuji, there are going to be 7 buzzer questions plus 20 minus 10. You will be on unmute throughout. The moment the question comes up, you can buzz, but you will not speak until I identify the team which is buzzed first. If you speak out of turn, that's a minus 10. Okay. The first question is an image and some text. The text has got something blanked out. That blanked out word is shown in that photo above the text. You just have to tell me what is that activity, right? If all the teams are ready, question 1 on your screen. One of the many exclusions under Cape Krishna Public School, Raipur. What answer am I looking for?
Hand gliding.
Hand gliding is correct. That's plus 20 to Krishna Public School, Raipur. Good start by the team from Chhattisgarh. Very, very nice. 20 points to Krishna Public School. Let's give them 20 points and reset the buzzers. Lovely. Let us move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is the text question, right? There are 2 blanks at 2 places in the text. I am looking for a 2-word term. Both places, the same 2-word term has been blank. We are talking about motor insurance, and your answer has to have both words correct if you are to get points. If all the teams are ready, you are looking for a 2-word answer. Question on your screen now. What 2-word term fills both sets of blanks? In a standard motor insurance policy, any loss or damage up to the amount of blank is not covered under the policy. But if the loss amount is higher than blank, which are the same 2 words, Krishna Public School, Raipur again. What am I looking for?
The compulsory access.
Compulsory access it is. I compulsorily have to give you 20 points. 20 points to Krishna Public School. Let us reset the buzzer. Really good going. 2 out of 2 for them so far. Other teams, buck up. Don't let Raipur run away with the buzzer round. You are good, and I want you to give them a clap fight and maybe beat them as well. Right? Very, very nice. The next question has got an image and some text. In the image, you'll be able to see one thing which has got a red circle or a red oval around it. That thing is what I want you to answer, right? I want you to tell me what does that thing stand for. Remember, there is a text part which describes it also. Let's reset the buzzer, please. We have a buzzer on screen. Krishna Public School, Raipur, please wait until the question comes up. Otherwise, I have to ask you, what is the answer? Blind. Let's reset the buzzer. Have you kept it pressed by any chance? Please move the pointer away once.
No,
No,
sir.
you have. Okay. My team, please delete or reset the buzzer. Okay, now it's done. All right. Remember, I'll just repeat because it's been an exciting 2 minutes. You will see an image and some text. In the photo, मैंने किसी एक चीज के ऊपर एक लाल circle, एक लाल oval डाल दिया है. There is a red circle around one of the things in the image. The text part of the question describe that thing. You have to tell me what does it stand for. What is it? Right? All the teams are ready. Question coming up now. What does that red circle thing stand for? Krishna Public School again. What am I looking for?
Integrated Grievance Management System.
Integrated Grievance Management System is what IGMS stands for. 20 points to Krishna Public School, Raipur. They are 3 out of 3 when it comes to this so far. Team 5 gets 20. Let us reset their buzzers. Lovely. Let me remind you, the 4th question, at the end of this 4th question, I'm going to show you the scores with 3 more questions to go. 2 teams qualify from here. It does not matter if you're not in first position. You just have to be ahead of 5 other teams, right? Let me tell you what the next question is going to be. The next question is another picture, a very beautiful, colorful A logo. You know what a logo is, right? I showed you the LIC logo and you identified it as a trial question. Another logo, some kind of a logo is going to come up. There is one small line of text below which tells you something about a time period that has to do with that logo. You just have to tell this logo belongs to what, right? And there is enough clues in the logo as to what kind of organization or what kind of thing this logo could be. Your answer has to be very, very exact. Fingers on your buzzers. Question number 4 on your screens now. Logo of what? Launched in February 2016. Krishna Public School, Raipur. What am I looking for? Krishna Public School, Raipur.
Fasal Bima Yojana.
The Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. It is. I'm getting tired of saying this sentence. 20 points to Krishna Public School, Raipur. They have picked up 80 points in the last 30-35 seconds. Let us reset the buzzers. And after 4 questions, 3 more questions to go. I'm going to show you the scores. And I will remind you once again, the top 2 teams from this eliminator go through into the zonal final. So please do not get discouraged if you see that you are not in first spot. As long as you finish in second position at the end of all 7 questions, you are safe. There is no special prize for being first in the eliminator. The first 2 teams go through, will reset to 0, right? So if all the teams are they're calmed down a little bit, let us show you the scores at the end of 4 questions in the buzzer round. These are your scores. Except for 2 teams, Williams Mayer and GD Goenka, I really want you to score in these last 3 questions. So please buck up and make sure you give me some good answers. 10 points apiece for of Angels, National English School, Kolkata, as well as Prabhuji English Medium School, Bhubaneshwar. At the end of the second round, there were 2 teams who were tied on 20 points apiece. One of them, KV Command Hospital, is still on 20. But that means they are in that second position, that very, very crucial second position. Clear by 80 points with the first century of the East Zone is Krishna Public School, Raipur, with 100. So they are clear. And if my quick maths is correct, Krishna Public School does not need any more points to qualify for the zonal final. But it's up to them whether they want to go back, take a cup of tea or coffee or Bonvita and watch the other teams, or they want to keep buzzing, right? It's totally up to you. Let's go to fingers on your buzzers. Okay. What I'm going to show you is a text question. It has to do with a certain kind of very common insurance that most of us are familiar with. I want 2 answers. They are interconnected, they are linked to each other, but you need to give me parts correct if you want points, right? Fingers on your buzzers, all teams. Question number 5, coming up on screen now. Which 2 main subcategories am I looking for? While classifying vehicles for the purpose of motor insurance, Raipur has hit it again. What are we looking for, Raipur?
Sir, passenger carrying commercial vehicles and goods carrying commercial vehicles.
Is the answer that will give you points. Passenger carrying commercial vehicles and goods carrying commercial vehicles is how we divide the category of commercial vehicles into. Very, very nice. 20 points to Raipur once again. Let us reset the buzzers for all teams. The next question has got a big image. These are the last 2 questions of the East Zone 1. The next question has got a big image along with a small amount of text. From that image, with the help of a yellow box or a yellow square, I have blanked out the same word or term from 3 places. It's the same word or term. So you just have to give me one thing or one term related to life insurance, right? It's a life insurance question that I'm looking at, and I just need one word or one term as the answer. All the teams are ready. Question number 6 on your screens now. What word or term related to life insurance has been blanked out from this picture, from this infographic. It says life cover plus investment plus tax benefit is equal to blank. It says who can seek blank? Anybody who meets the criteria for minimum and maximum age requirements. And it gives you the advantages of this kind of life insurance. Remember, you need to buzz for this. And remember, okay, Krishna Public School has gone for it again. What am I looking for?
ULIP.
ULIPs it is. They waited and they waited and they saw that nobody else was going for it. Give them a chance to read through 20 points once again to Krishna Public School, Raipur. They, I think, are at 20. There is one more question to go. And remember, the top two teams from this eliminator go through into the East Zone final. The last question is a fully text question. Let's reset the buzzers for all teams. The last question is a full text question. I just want you to tell me what is being described, right? It's obviously to do with insurance. So please read carefully and tell me what am I describing on screen, right? If all the teams are ready, so the last question of this eliminator on your screen now. What is this section of an insurance policy document called? Okay, lovely. Siliguri has gone for this. Quickly, G, what are we looking for?
Exclusions.
Exclusions is correct. That will give them 20 points. Very, very nice. 20 points to GD Goenka Public School from Siliguri. Exclusions is what is very important to clarify what is not covered so that there is no dispute in this. That brings us to the end of what has been a very, very exciting eliminator here in the East Zone. If my maths tells me right, I just think we may have a tie for that second position. I think Public School Raipur is comfortably here and we might have qualified. But for the second position, we need to take two teams. We need to have a tiebreaker, but let's wait for the scorer to confirm that on screen. All teams have taken part while the score comes up. Let me tell you that a wonderful group of young boys and girls. I don't just boys. Okay, it's been a wonderful group of students, and it has been really nice bringing you this edition of the East Zone Insurance Quiz. Please keep reading. Please keep connected to insurance. And remember, HDFC ERGO is always there to make sure that your hauslon ki udan stays wo barkarar rahegi, right? Very nice. Let's take a look at the scores. Assembly of Angels Secondary School, Kolkata on 10. Elias Mayer and GD. Elias Mayer on 0. They have not opened their account. 10 points apiece to National English School, Rajarhat, Kolkata, as well as Prabhuji English Medium School, Bhubaneshwar. They just miss out. Qualifying directly into the East Zone final with a score of 140 points is the team from Krishna Public School, Raipur. But to decide who joins them in that East Zone final, we have the first tie of the day with that last second buzzer. GD Goenka Public School, Siliguri has tied with has tied with Kendriya Vidyalaya Command Hospital, Kolkata. Both of them on 20 points apiece. So we are going to have a tiebreaker on the buzzer. We're going to have a tiebreaker on the buzzer for you. Let me quickly request everybody other than GD Goenka and KV Command Hospital, please put yourself on mute. Please mute yourself. The only two teams who will be unmuted are GD Goenka Public School and Kendriya Vidyalaya Command Hospital, Kolkata. GD Goenka and KV, you will remain unmuted. All right. Tiebreakers. So, quickly before we go on to the tiebreaker question, can both GD Goenka and KV press their buzzers just to see that they're working? Okay, GD Goenka, KV both working. Let's reset those buzzers. All other teams will be muted. All right. Please let this be a fair fight between these two teams. This is like a super over, as they call it in T20. GD Goenka and KV Wish you all the very best. The question that is, let's have your fingers on your buzzers. Who is muted? KV is unmuted, I can see. GD Goenka is also unmuted. My team, do we have any issues or we can go on? Okay, great. So fingers on your buzzers. Let's go on to that next slide, which tells you to have your fingers on the buzzers. Okay. One of the other teams is still unmuted. Prabhuji, can you please mute yourself? Prabhuji, English Medium School, please mute yourself. Just go to the microphone and click on it. My team, can we mute them from the backend? Only KV, Command Hospital and GD Goenka. Okay, lovely. They're muted. Thank you so much, boys. So let's go on to the safety slide. Fingers on your buzzers. All right. KV Central Hospital, KV Command Hospital, Kolkata and GD Goenka Public School, Siliguri. This is only for you. This is purely on the buzzer. Let me tell you how it works. The moment the question comes up on screen, I'll tell you what it is, but you need to buzz. Suppose team KV buzzes and GD Goenka also buzzes. If KV has buzzed first, I will ask them to answer. If they get it right, they go into the East Zone final along with Krishna Public School. However, if KV buzz correctly, if KV buzz fastest and they get it wrong, then by default, the other team goes into the zonal final. We will not make them answer correctly because you've taken the chance and answered incorrectly, right? So that's how it will be. Of course, if you answer correctly, you will go directly into the final. So fingers on your buzzers. What is going to come up on screen is a very nice and colorful logo. I just want you to tell me the complete name. And remember, it has to be fully correct, right? The complete name of whatever this logo belongs to. And when I say complete name, suppose the logo belongs to the PMFBY, then you have to tell me it is the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. If you say it is the Pradhan Mantri Farming Bima Yojana, that will count it as a wrong answer. If you say it's the Prime Minister Fasal Bima Yojana, I will still count it as a wrong answer because the correct name is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, right? So that's the example. If everybody is clear, fingers on your buzzers for KV Command Hospital and GD Goenka only. I can see you're unmuted. Question coming up now. This is the logo of what? Let's see who buzzes. This is the logo of what? Okay, GD Goenka has buzzed. Do they get this? GD Goenka, what's the answer?
Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana.
Can you repeat that?
Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana.
Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana is correct. Very, very nice. GD Goenka Public School will join Krishna Public School, Raipur in the East Zone final. My commiserations to the team from Kendriya Vidyalaya Command Hospital. Very well fought, boys. And I think you should hold your heads high and be very proud of the way that you've conducted yourselves, as indeed all the other teams who could not qualify. But for now, marching into the East Zone finals are two teams. One of them you already knew, the team from Krishna Public School, Raipur, Aditya Singh and Shrish Gautam. Joining them is the team from GD Goenka Public School, Siliguri, Devang Kaushik Sharma and Rangdol Gole. Congratulations. I will see you on the other side of the second eliminator. Congratulations to everybody who qualified and well done to all teams. For everybody who's watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, let me remind you, don't go anywhere. Grab a cup of tea or coffee, come right back. We will join you in less than 5 minutes with the second eliminator of the East Zone. Another 7 brilliant young minds, brilliant young teams raring to go. See you on the other side of a very short pause. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Student of 9th Standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस or damage due to the unseaworthiness of the vessel is excluded in your standard marine cargo policy.
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance.
Your life. Hello and welcome back to the East Zone rounds of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior, a nationwide insurance quiz for schools brought to you by HDFC ERGO. Today we are in the East Zone, the third of our zonal rounds designed to crown a zonal champion who will join the champions of North Zone and West Zone in the national final to take place a couple of weeks from now. Those of us watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, you have already seen 7 brilliant young teams fight tooth and nail to qualify into the East Zone final. And we've already seen 2 fine young teams take their place in that final, which will happen a little later today. In front of us right now are another 6 teams from the eastern sector of India. 12 bright young minds full of pep and vigor, raring to showcase their insurance quotient, the new IQ that we are looking for, right? So without any further ado, let me quickly tell you how we have come so far to this stage of the quiz. We went across to make the biggest ever insurance quiz this year in the 7th edition of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior. We went across to 110 cities across the length and breadth of this magnificent country, connecting to 1,170 schools and reaching out to a whopping 3 lakh students, 3 lakh young minds of India. If that is not big, I really don't know what qualifies for that adjective, right? So from these 1,170 schools, we have zeroed in on 52 teams across the 4 zones. And from those, today we are here with the 14 top young teams of the East Zone. A little earlier, you saw 7 of them in action, and we have 2 of our zonal finalists already. Right now in front of me are 6 other teams who will try to take their place in the zonal final, which will happen shortly after the second eliminator ends. How does the journey go from here onwards? From the zonal finals, we select 1 zonal champion. So far, we have been to the north and the west of the country. We have 2 zonal champions, 2 national finalists already. Today, we'll see an East Zone champion being crowned. That team will go directly into the national final. And the team which qualifies as the East Zone Finals runner-up, that team, along with the runners-up of the other 3 zones, will go into a special lucky draw. That is such a unique and exciting feature of this HDFC ERGO quiz. 2 of these 4 teams will get a second shot at redemption. They will join the 4 zonal champions in the national final that takes place in a fortnight's time, right? But that is a little farther down the line. For now, I want to tell you what is in store for the zonals. In the zonal finals, if you win and become East Zone champion, we'll give you a nice glittering trophy to put on the shelf in your school. Plus, far sweeter, is that you will be a direct qualifier into the national final of this quiz. The zonal runners-up, as I already explained, will go into a lucky draw and get a 50-50 chance of going into the national final as well. Why do I keep saying that the national finals is so big and so prime? Here's why. The winner of this year's national final win themselves 1.5 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 75,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which comes second in the nationals win themselves 1 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 50,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which comes third wins 50,000 rupees worth of prizes for the two students and a further 25,000 rupees worth of prizes for the school. And the team which comes third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, you don't need to be disappointed. You've been champions in my book. So we give you 20,000 rupees worth of prizes for each team between the two students and a further 10,000 rupees worth of prizes for your school. A prize kitty of 4 lakh rupees almost. If that is not something that makes you do a horse Loki Udan, I don't know what else will launch you into orbit, right? But that is a little in the future. For now, let me tell you who we have in front of us for this, the second eliminator in the East Zone. I'm going to call out their names and their school names, and virtually we want to welcome them into this eliminator. At table number 1, representing Amarpati Lions Citizens Public School, Siliguri, we have Shaima Sarkar and Chiradeep Ghosh. Shaima and Chiradeep, welcome to the quiz. At team number 2, Delhi Public School, Raipur, represented by Ritvik Rai and Soham Nag. Ritvik and Soham, welcome to the quiz. At team number 3, Kairali School, Ranchi, another team, another school which has had a good track record here at the HDFC ERGO Insurance Quiz. Representing Kairali today is Anika Agarwal and Harsh Raj. Anika and Harsh, welcome to the second eliminator.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Team number 4, KV number 2, Angul. Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul, represented by Nishi Prangya and Ayushi Kumari. Nishi and Ayushi, all girls team, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. At table number 5, ODM Global School, Bhubaneshwar, we had a team blessed by Lord Jagannath earlier in the first eliminator. This is the second team from Bhubaneshwar in these eliminators. Representing ODM Global School is Swabhiman Sahu and Abhinav Mishra. Swabhiman and Abhinav, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
You, last but certainly not the least, the Modern Academy, Kolkata, represented by Riddhi Datta and Sushrita Basu. Riddhi and Sushrita, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. It is great. It is a great pleasure for all of us here at HDFC ERGO that this eliminator has seen such a massive representation by the girls. Girl power is something that is driving so many sectors of India today. Why should this quiz be any different? Let's hope to see both of you, if not one of you or both of you, in the East Zone finals. But for now, let me wish you all the very best and show you the general rules or the roadmap for this quiz. One quick request to everybody participating. Please make sure that if you have any mobile phones or anything devices other than the systems you're logged in, please switch them off and keep them aside. Also, make sure that you are the only 2 people in that room. No teachers or parents or elder brothers or sisters or seniors should be there. It should be just the 2 of you fighting it out on the merit of your knowledge, right? Great. Let's show you the rules for the eliminator that will flow. There are 2 rounds, total of 12 questions, 6 questions each. The rules for each round I will explain to you before that round begins, and you can of course stop and ask me for a doubt at any time. All teams will remain on silent until I ask you to unmute yourself and speak into the mic. And when you do, please answer clearly only one answer per team. So if you have a designated speaker, please decide that I will be the one giving out the answers and give me only one answer per team. What happens if you give two answers in succession? Even if the second answer happens to be right, the first answer that I hear is what I will consider. So you may unfortunately not get points and give away the answer to the other teams. So please be careful. If you answer out of turn, that's a -10. It's a rule that we have been following throughout this quiz. Fortunately, you've been really good boys and girls so far. No minuses, but don't let's not start with this eliminator, right? The top two teams from here qualify into the East Zone final. For all of these, the viewers who are watching us on Facebook Live as well as YouTube, let me remind you, the East Zone final takes place right here, right now, 5 to 10 minutes after we finish with this eliminator. So please stay tuned to us throughout till we finish. The top two teams will qualify. And for now, one wish from my side and the entire team at HDFC ERGO to all of you in front of my screens. May your young minds always be insured against incorrect answers. May you always give correct answers and get points. Let us show you the rules for round one. Round one is what we call preambles, and the rules are simple. 6 questions passing clockwise from 1 to 6 by the means of infinite bounds. For those of you who might not know what infinite bounds means, fairly simple. Each question, a correct answer is worth 10 points. It does not matter whether it's a direct question or a past question. If I ask team 1 a question and they answer incorrectly or they say pass, then they do not get any negatives. I go with the full 10 points to the next team, which is team 2. If team 2 gives me the right answer, the full 10 points are theirs. The next question will go to the next team, which is team 3. So the rule of thumb is simple. Whichever team gets points for a question, the next question will not go back to them. It will go to the next team. What happens if on some question, rare question, none of the 6 teams answer? Well, I give out the answer and I go back with the next question to the same team from where we began the earlier question. We will do this for only 2 questions in succession. If it happens a third time, we will go to the next team and begin from there. If the rules are clear, please ensure that your camera is on at all times and functional, and do not speak until I call upon your team. Round 1, question 1 for Amarpati Lions Citizens Public School. Here it comes. Under Section 80D of the Income Tax Act 1961, there are attractive tax benefits provided for health insurance. It allows for an annual deduction of a fixed amount from the taxable income for the payment of health insurance premium for self, spouse, and dependent children. What I want you to tell me, Amarpati, is what is the fixed deduction amount in rupees for an individual whose age is 62 years. This is for team 1, Amarpati. I'm looking for an amount in rupees, Indian rupees. What is the fixed deduction amount under Section 80D of the Income Tax Act for an individual who is 62 years old? This is only for team 1. Other teams, please keep your answers ready. If they answer incorrectly, then I will come to you in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But right now we are with team 1. I will give you 10 seconds more, Amarpati. There are no negatives. Please guess. Guess an amount. Can you unmute yourself, please? Yeah, you're unmuted. Now tell me an amount. If you are unable to be heard properly, you can message it to my team as well, or you can speak into the mic. You're muted right now. Yes, Amarpati, I need an answer now, otherwise I'll have to pass you. No? I'm going to go across to the next team in line, Delhi Public School, Raipur. Unmute yourself quickly and give me a guess.
Sir, 25,000.
25,000 rupees, say Delhi Public School, Raipur. I will go to Kairali School, Ranchi, and ask them to take a guess.
Sir, 50,000.
And why do you say 50,000?
Sir, because there is an annual deduction of 50,000 when age is above 62 years.
Higher than 50,000.
That is correct. A senior citizen, 60 years or more, will get a 50,000 rupees deduction, not 25,000 rupees. So that's 10 points to Kairali School, Ranchi. That was a health insurance section 80D question. The next question will go to Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul. Here's your question. This particular section of an insurance policy captures the standard terms or circumstances as applicable to the insurance contract, as well as it specifies the rights and duties of both insured and insurer. The treatment of some specific circumstances is also detailed in order to avoid any dispute. Which major section of an insurance policy document am I talking about? This is a question for team 4, Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul. Which major section of an insurance policy document? And I've already told you what all is included in that section of the document. This is for team 4. Other teams, please keep your answers ready, but do not speak until I call upon you. I'll give you 10 seconds more. KV number 2, Angul. You can unmute and answer. There is no negatives. Please take a guess.
Sir, health insurance.
Health insurance. Not really. It's a type of insurance. I'm going to go to ODM Global School, Bhubaneshwar. ODM, do you have a guess for me? Quickly, please. I cannot give you time. It's a past question. Which section of an insurance policy document? I'll give you 5 seconds. Take a guess. No negatives? No?
Sir, motor insurance.
Motor insurance. Not really. Going across to the Modern Academy, Kolkata. Modern, what is your guess?
Sure.
It's a past question, Modern. Give me a guess immediately, please. You don't have any negatives. Make any guess you want. Passing Modern and going to Amarpati Lions. Amarpati Lions Citizen School, what's your guess? Please unmute yourself and answer immediately. It's a past question. I can't give you time. Can you unmute yourself and answer, Amarpati? I'm going to skip you and go across to Delhi Public School, Raipur. Delhi DPS Raipur, do you have a guess for me?
Operative clause.
Operative clause. That's a nice guess. It is one of the sections of an insurance policy document, but not the one I'm looking for. Kairali School, Ranchi. What am I looking for?
General conditions.
General conditions it is. 10 points again to Kairali Public School, Ranchi. 10 points to you. And the next question will go back to Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul. Here's your question. A certain type of procedure or treatment is one of the exclusions under a standard health insurance policy unless it becomes necessary as a part of treatment for burns, cancer, or accidents. What major exclusion are we talking about when it comes to health insurance policies? This is a question for Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul. We are talking about one of the major exclusions, something that is not covered under a standard health insurance policy unless this becomes necessary because of burns, something terrible like cancer, or an accident. Other teams, please keep your guesses ready. My team, if you can do some troubleshooting for Amarpati and one of the other teams who are not able to kind of connect or speak, I would be really grateful. But for the moment, we are with Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2. Do you have a guess for me, girls? Take a guess. There are no negatives. Please guess. You know what are exclusions, something that is not covered. You know health insurance. You've studied for it. What major exclusion in a standard health insurance policy are we talking about? No? I'm going to pass you and go to ODM Global School. ODM, give me a nice guess and pick up 10 points, please. It's a pass question. Unmute immediately and give me an answer, if you don't mind. No? Going across to the Modern Academy, Kolkata. Modern Academy, can you quickly unmute and tell me an answer?
Minor injury treatment.
Minor injury treatment. That's a good guess. Minor injuries, you should ideally put Dettol and a band-aid on that yourself and take care of it, right? But not the answer I'm looking for right now. I will go to Amarpati Lion Citizens. Amarpati, can you unmute and give me a guess for what major exclusion am I talking about? Quickly, please. It's a past question. Yes, I can hear something. Please speak. Come close to the mic. Plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery is correct. Amarpati Lions pick up the first 10 points of the quiz for them. That's 10 points to team 1. Delhi Public School, Raipur. Let me show you the 4th question. A person with home insurance sees his or her house catch fire, but since the house is insured, they remain completely inactive. They do not try their level best to stop the fire by all possible means, like by calling the fire department, asking neighbors for emergency fire extinguishers, etc. They don't do anything. They maybe brew a cup of tea and watch the house burn, something like that. By such inaction and indifference, that person is violating which guiding principle of insurance? This is a question for Delhi Public School.
Sir, principle of loss minimization.
Indeed, the principle of loss minimization is what I was looking for. As long as your own life and well-being is not in danger, as an insured person with property under insurance, it is our duty to try and make sure that the loss remains as less as possible. We should not just lie back and think this is insured, the insurance company will take care of it, let it get destroyed. That is not according to the guiding principles of insurance. 10 points to Delhi Public School, Raipur. That's a good start by them. The second last question, the 5th question of this round will go to Kairali School, Ranchi. Here's your question. Sometimes after buying an insurance policy and receiving the policy document, we find that the terms and conditions, the T&Cs, are not what we wanted. To take care of such a situation, the IRDAI has mandated that after buying a life insurance or a health insurance policy with a minimum term of 3 years, you realize that you don't want to continue with the policy, you can return it by communicating to the insurer in writing within 15 days of receiving the insurance policy document. Then you will be able to get a refund from the insurer. What is the popular name that is given to this very customer-friendly provision that is mandated by the IRDAI? I'm looking at Kairali School, Ranchi. Take a guess.
Sir, renewal policy. Renewal period.
Sorry?
Renewal period.
Renewal period. That's a good guess, but unfortunately not the answer I'm looking for. I'm going to go to Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul. KV number 2, Angul, what's your guess? It's a past question, so I need to rush you a little bit. And you are on the eastern side of the country, so I know that the sun sets there much earlier than it does here. So you should be interested in getting this finished before dark, right? So give me an answer quickly. This is for Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul. No? I'm going to go across to ODM Global School, Bhubaneshwar. ODM, no negatives, free to guess. Please unmute yourself and tell me what is the popular name given to this provision in which within 15 days you can return the policy if you don't agree with the terms and conditions. Team 5, ODM Global School. Please unmute.
No guesses, sir.
No guesses? Oh, that's unfortunate. Not a problem. Maybe the next question will be your lucky one. Let's go to the Modern Academy, Kolkata. Modern, do you have a guess for me? What is this kind of thing called?
No guesses. Sorry, sir.
No guesses? You children are breaking my heart, let me tell you. Okay, maybe the next round will see you do better. Let's go across to Amarpati Lions. What am I looking at? Yes, wait. Which team is this?
ODM Global School.
ODM Global School. Yes, what happened?
Sir, actually, I have the answer. Will it be the warranty?
No, it's not the warranty, but I would not have given it to you because I've already passed you. But no problem. Let me go back to my order. Amarpati Lions, please unmute and tell me the answer.
It's pre-look period.
Free look period is correct. That's 10 points to Amarpati Lions from Siliguri. That's a really nice answer. The last question of this round will go to Delhi Public School, Raipur. Here's your question. A very large percentage of India's population are still not covered under any insurance scheme, public or private, to support health expenditure. Therefore, the central and state governments have started various insurance schemes for unorganized sector workers and BPL families. What you have to tell me, DPS Raipur, is what do the letters BPL stand for in this context? This is for
below poverty line.
Below poverty line is correct. 10 points to Delhi Public School, Raipur. That brings us to the end of the first round. It started a little slowly, but most teams have now started picking up steam and have started scoring. It's a good round, and if my instincts serve me right, I think the scores will also be very closely bunched together, and it will set up the second and final round very nicely. Let me remind you, 2 teams have already qualified into the East Zone final. We are looking for 2 more teams to join them. And once this eliminator is over, for everybody who's watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, the zone final for the East Zone will follow immediately after this. And within the next 1.5 hours, you will have an East Zone champion crowned for 2022. But for that, we need to find out what are the scores at the end of round 1 here in the second East Zone eliminator. These are your scores. Oh, very nice. 3 teams are yet to open their account. KV number 2 Angul, ODM Global School Bhubaneshwar, and the Modern Academy Kolkata are on 0. But as an eternal optimist, I always say that a 0 is the best possible number because the potential of a 0 is limitless, right? So carry that with you into the next round. For now, 3 teams at the top of the table bunched together neck and neck with 20 points apiece. Amarpati Lion Citizens Public School, Siliguri, Delhi Public School, Raipur, and Kairali School, Ranchi, 20 points each. That then is your position at halfway in this East Zone Eliminator 2. We will go into the second round right away and show you the rules. Round 2 is what we call risks and premiums. 6 questions, all about insurance, and all of them on the buzzer. Correct answer after buzzing gives you plus 20. An incorrect answer or staying quiet after buzzing gives you a minus 10. We will test your buzzers with a dummy question a little later, but for now, let me remind you, this is a buzzer where all the 6 teams can buzz if they know the question. However, until I call upon your team, you will stay quiet and not speak a word. Speaking out of turn is a minus 10, and I do not want to be the person who gives minus 10 to such bright young minds as you. So please do not answer unless I call upon your school name. Wait for me to do so. And you can buzz as soon as the question comes up on screen. You don't have to wait for me to finish reading the question. However, the moment I see one team buzzing, I will stop reading. I will immediately tell them to give me an answer. If it is right, plus 20. If it is wrong, -10, and we go to the next team who was fastest to buzz, right? Remember, once you have buzzed, you cannot withdraw that buzzer. So please be very careful. If all the teams are ready, let me remind you that the buzzer is that big red circle at the top right of your screens. And for this round, before we test your buzzers, I want all teams to put them on unmute. Please take the mute off so that everybody's microphones are working. I'll give you a quick 10 seconds to make your microphones on. Put your microphones on. DPS Raipur has already done it. So have the Modern Academy. KV2 Angul have done it. I'm looking at Amarpati. I'm looking at ODM School, and I'm looking at Kairali. Kairali have also done it. Great. So only school left is ODM. ODM, can you please unmute yourself? ODM, please unmute yourself. Take off the microphone mute symbol. Yes, you're unmuted. Great. So remember, what is going to come up on the screen? Can we have the safety slide? This is going to be a trial question. So even if you know it, you don't know it, I want all 6 teams to hit the buzzer because I want to test the buzzer once the next slide comes up, and then we will, right? If all the teams are ready, trial dummy question on screen now. Logo of which iconic giant the Indian insurance industry? Please hold on. I want to see whose buzzers are working. I see buzzers from DPS High School, Kairali School, Ranchi, Amarpati, Siliguri, the Modern Academy, Kolkata, ODM, Bhubaneshwar. I think only one school gets to buzz. Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Angul. Have they buzzed? Yes. KV Angul have buzzed. Great. So everybody's buzzers are working. Let me see who was the fastest to do the buzzer. DPS Raipur. Can you tell me what am I looking for?
Sir, LIC?
LIC is correct, the Life Insurance Corporation of India. I can't give you any points because this was a trial question, like I mentioned. So let's reset those buzzers. All right. Now, this is the real deal. 6 questions all on the buzzer. Before the question comes up, I will give you a little bit of an idea so that you know what answer is expected. Right? For the first question, it is a text question. I have blanked out 2 words from the text that you will see on the screen. I want you to tell me what does it mean blanked out. And I need both parts of your answer correct. If you give me only one word correct, the other is incorrect, it's a -10. Right? If all the teams are ready, fingers on your buzzers. Question 1 is this. What is the 2-word name of this very important document, insurance? The insurance process is started when the proposer filled the blank. DPS Raipur has buzzed. DPS Raipur, what's your answer?
Sir, proposal form.
Proposal form is correct. 20 points to DPS Raipur. Let's reset the buzzer. All right. The next question is a question which has got an answer which is about 3, 4, 5 words long. Okay. So I'm going to answer which has got some numbers and some words. So please be sure that you give the full answer. So for example, if I ask you, what is your date? The question is, what is your date of birth? And you just tell me that my date of birth is 2008. Then I will not be able to give you points. I will need, say for example, 14th November 2008 or something like that, right? So just giving you a clue as to the full answer that is expected. All the teams are ready. Question number 2, coming up now.
Yes or no? Yes, sir.
What is the full name of this important law which provides a bond? Kairali School, Ranchi is fastest. Kairali, what's the answer? Kairali, quickly please.
Sir,
Sorry? I can't hear you. Other teams, please mute yourself. Only Kairali, keep yourself unmuted. Yes, Kairali, what's your answer? A little clearly.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, Insurance Authority and Regulatory Directory of India.
Okay, not really, not the answer I was looking for. KV number 2, Angul. Unmute yourself and answer. KV number 2, Angul, please quickly unmute and answer. There's a -10 to Kairali School, Ranchi. KV number 2, Angul, do you have an answer for me? No? I will have to give you a -10, KV number 2, Angul. Please unmute and give me an answer. -10 to KV number 2, Angul. The last team which buzzed was the team from Amarpati Lion Citizen School. Quickly unmute and tell me, what am I looking for? Amarpati, do you have an answer? Into the mic, please.
Sir, it is IAC. Is it IAC?
IAC. No, not really. That's a -10 to Amarpati as well. We did not have any other team which had buzzed. It was as simple as I'm looking for Section 114A of the Insurance Act of 1938. That is the legal provision from the days of the British Raj, according to which the IRDAI governs and regulates the insurance industry in India. So 3 teams picking up a -10 on this question. Let us quickly throw this question away and move on to the next. Let's see what we have in store for you. What is going to come up on screen is a logo of an organization. The logo of the name of the organization is a 4-word name. I'm looking for the first 3 words, and I'm going to give you in the text part of that question. I will tell you the 3 letters for which you have to be the full form, right? So please be very careful. Take a look at what the question is, and I need all 3 words correct if you are to get points. Fingers on your buzzers. Question coming up now. What do the letters ESI stand for in the name of the corporation as well as the scheme? It is an autonomous corporation that manages. All right, Amarpati Lions have buzzed. Amarpati, quickly tell me what's the answer.
Employee State Insurance Corporation.
That is correct. A really good answer by Amarpati Lions. Let me quickly remind all teams to keep themselves on unmute. Please do not be on mute. DPS Raipur, please unmute yourself. Everybody be on unmute, please, for the buzzer round. 20 points in 1. Good answer. Let us reset the buzzers, please. All right. The next question is the 4th question. Once this question finishes, I'm going to give you the intermediate scores with 2 questions to go. Please don't buzz, Kairali. Wait for the question. All right. So the next question is a text question. I'm looking for one of the basic or guiding principles of insurance. I'm going to describe it to you. You have to tell me the name of this principle, right? If all the teams are ready, question number 4 on your screen now. Under a life insurance policy, even if the death, DPS Raipur has buzzed. DPS Raipur, what am I looking for?
Sir, principle of proximate cause.
Principle of proximate cause will get you 20. DPS Raipur back in the hunt with a good 20 points. The nearest or closest cause is something that applies to other types of insurance, but never to life insurance. So the principle of proximate cause is something that does not apply in the case of life insurance. What does apply is 20 points to DPS Raipur. Very nice going. Still at the end of 4 questions in the buzzer round. There are only 2 more questions to go, and we are looking to identify the top 2 teams from this eliminator who will join the other 2 teams who are already in the East Zone final. For all of us, all of you watching us on Facebook Live and on YouTube. That East Zone final will follow in the next 20 minutes itself, and we will crown ourselves an East Zone champion who will go into the national final. But for now, we are looking at these 12 young boys and girls waiting anxiously for the scores at the end of 10 questions out of 12 in what has been a very up and down kind of eliminator here in the East Zone. This is your score. Oh, there is a team on -10. KV number 2, Angul, on the back of that little bit of an unfortunate buzzer. They are at -10. ODM Global School and the Modern Academy are both yet to open their accounts. You have 40 points to play with, which is the next two questions. As of now, in third position, Kairali School Ranchi is on 10. Ahead of them by 20 points is the team from Amarpati Lion Citizens Public School, Siliguri, with 30, but with a clear 30-point buffer. Sitting on 60 points in a rather skipped position is the team from Delhi Public School, Raipur, the capital of Chhattisgarh, sitting pretty at 60. 60, 30, and 10 are the points. Let me remind you, we are not really looking at only the winner. I want the top two teams from here. So wish you all the very best. Please put all teams on unmute before we go to the next question. Everybody on unmute, please. I see a couple of teams who are muted. ODM School unmuted, and okay, lovely. Amarpati Lions is also unmuted. Please don't mute yourself at all. The next question is going to be a text question. I am just looking for a language as the answer, right? I'm just looking for the name of a language. If all the teams are ready, fingers on your buzzers. Question number 5, here it comes. Which classical language gives such technical terms to insurance? Okay, this is Amarpati Lions. Quickly, what language?
French. French, no? French.
Amarpati Lions -10 for saying French. The Modern Academy Kolkata, which language?
This is
Quickly.
Italian.
Sorry?
Italian.
That's a -10 to the Modern Academy Kolkata. DPS Raipur was third to buzz. DPS Raipur, what am I looking at?
Sir, Latin.
Latin it is. Latin gives us terms such as vis major, uberima fides, ab initio, pro rata, etc., etc., etc. In fact, Latin is one of what they call the classical languages, along with Greek, which gives a lot of these terms to insurance. 20 points to DPS Raipur. I think they are cementing their hold on qualifying for the East Zone final, which brings us to the last question of this East Zone eliminator. Let me, before we show you the question, let me congratulate all 6 teams for the very, very cooperative and bright young children that you have been. It is a joy to bring this insurance quiz on behalf of HDFC ERGO to people like you, because it is your household program that is the real objective of an event like this, right? So question number 6 coming up on screen. The question that follows is a text question. I just want you to give me one word as the answer. The question has to do with a very innovative insurance policy that HDFC ERGO themselves had come out with a few years earlier. I don't want you to tell me the full name of the policy. You just have to tell me one word, and I will tell you what letter the word begins from as well. That will be there on the screen. You have to give me one word as an answer. Fingers on your buzzers. The last question of the East Zone eliminator on your screen now. In the policy name MDPP, what does DPS Raipur has buzzed? DPS Raipur, what does M stand for?
Sir, mosquito.
Are you calling me a mosquito?
No, sir. So the answer is mosquito.
Thank God. I thought you were going to swat me. Mosquito will get you 20 points to DPS Raipur. I think they come up with the first century of this eliminator. 20 points to DPS Raipur. Mosquitoes will get you 20. I'm sorry. That brings us to the end of what has been a delightful East Zone Eliminator. And I can see from the joy on the faces of these children how much it means to get such an answer like this. Let us take a quick pause for the scores. Let me remind you, it does not matter who wins this eliminator. We are looking at the top two teams. The scores get reset to 0 in the East Zone final. So as long as you are team 1 or 2, you have made it, right? If you have not made it, please don't lose heart. It just means that you have a lot of scope for coming back stronger next year. And this quiz will always be there to support each of your Hoslo ki udans that you will ever want in your young lives, right? So without any further ado, let us show you the scores at the end of the second eliminator at the East Zone. These then are your scores. Before we tell you the qualifiers, I want to quickly acknowledge here the students who have unfortunately missed out on the East Zone final. The Modern Academy Kolkata and Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2 Angul -10, but bravely fought. I always believe that somebody who finishes in the negative deserves a pat on the back, because it just means that they were brave enough to take a guess on something that they only knew half. So very well done, both of you. Please come back stronger next year and win at this stage. Finishing on a score of 0 is the school from ODM Global School, Bhubaneshwar. Never mind, you did not finish in the negatives. So that is a positive, so to say. And I hope to see you back with better answers next year. Finishing third with a score of 10 points is Kairali School, Ranchi. They started well at the beginning of this quiz, but somewhere down the line, I think they lost their way a little. Never mind. Kairali School is one of those schools with a good pedigree here at the HDFC ERGO Insurance Quiz. And I'm sure that you or your schoolmates will feature in the East Zone finals at some year or the other. But for now, we have our next two East Zone finalists. Qualifying in second position, playing it safe with 20 points is the team from Amarpati Lions Citizens Public School, Siliguri. Representing them, Saima Shankar and Chiradeep Ghosh. You will go into the East Zone final, and joining you there with a score of a century of points is the team from Delhi Public School, Raipur, Ritvik Rai and Soham Nag. So Saima, Chiradeep, Ritvik and Soham, I will see you on the other side of a very short break in the East Zone finals. Everybody who's watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, don't go anywhere. You are from the East Zone, so grab a cup of that good Assam tea and come back in 5 to 7 minutes for what promises to be a cracker of an East Zone final. Thank you and see you in 5 minutes. Thank you.
Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी.
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है. हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ. So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट. अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना. जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं.
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस. अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं.
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे. सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं. एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना, जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना, जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा after winning the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना, जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना, जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा। After winning the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz, winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान।
Hello and welcome back to the East Zone rounds of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior 2022, the biggest quiz of its kind and the biggest ever edition this year in the 7th year of its being. We are in the East Zone of India today, having found ourselves two zonal champions already from the North and the West respectively, and in the next 30 minutes, we will crown an East Zone champion who will join these two zones in the national final and await the fourth zonal champion from the South in less than 24 hours. But for now, we have with us four bright young teams from the eastern sector of India who have fought through two zonal eliminators to bring us to this stage of zonal final that is worthy of your viewership. We are here to take them through that zonal final. But before that, I want to introduce all of them to you along with their school names and the students who are representing these schools. Before that, a quick roadmap for how we have brought them here so far. This year, we promised to make it the biggest ever quiz of its kind. We went across to 110 cities across the length and breadth of India, 1,170 schools, and reaching out to 3 lakh students in this magnificent country. If that is not big, I don't know what is. From these 1,170 schools, we identified 52 young teams who were the top scoring teams across the 4 zones. And today, we quizzed 13 of them in 2 zonal eliminators to identify 4 East Zone finalists. Right now, we'll take them through a zonal final, which will identify the East Zone champion. That champion qualifies directly into the national final of this quiz. And the runners-up today, the East Zone first runners-up, goes into a lucky draw, which will be for 2 teams who will qualify as lucky losers into the national final to make it a grand total of 6 teams. The national final will crown a national champion, a national first runners-up, and a national second runners-up, the gold, silver, and bronze for 2022. But for now, let me tell you the story of what happens in the zonal finals at East Zone. Each zonal champion wins a trophy for their school, which will sit on some principal's shelf and make them proud. And more importantly, it makes them qualify directly into the national final of this year's quiz. The zonal runners-up does not have to lose heart. What they do is they go into a lucky draw along with the zonal runners-up from each of the other 3 zones, and a 50-50 chance of qualifying into the national final. And let me tell you, the last 6 years have taught me one thing. Many of these lucky losers have gone on to trump the zonal winners and emerge national champions in the years that I have been quizzing them here at HDFC ERGO. So let's cross our fingers and cross that bridge when we come to it. But for now, the national finals will see a host of prizes on display in a couple of weeks from now. The national winner this year takes home a prize of 1.5 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 75,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which comes second in the national finals win themselves 1 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the two teammates and a further 50,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which wins bronze this year wins themselves 50,000 rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 25,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. Hauslon Ki Udan has been the theme of this quiz ever since we started way back in 2016. And so the teams which finish 4th, 5th and 6th should not have a dampener on the Hauslon Ki Udan that they have. So they go home from the national finals with a bittersweet prize of 20,000 rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 10,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. But that is a fortnight in the future. For now, let me introduce you to the 4 teams who will fight tooth and nail to be crowned East Zone champion. In Team 1, representing Amarpati Lions Citizens Public School from Siliguri, Saima Sarkar and Chiradeep Ghosh. Saima and Chiradeep, welcome to the East Zone final. At table number 2, all the way from Raipur, Delhi Public School, represented by Ritvik Rai and Soham Nag. Ritvik and Soham, welcome to the finals. From Raipur, we bounce back to Siliguri, GD Goenka Public School, on the back of 2 crucial answers in their eliminator, scraping through in the nick of time, represented by Devang Kaushik Sharma and Rangdol Gole. Devang and Rangdol, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And last but certainly not the least, to make this a 2-city battle, back to Raipur, Krishna Public School, a team which has got some pedigree in this quiz, represented by Aditya Singh and Shrish Gautam. Aditya and Shrish, welcome to the East Zone final.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Those then are your 4 teams. It's a 2-way battle, Siliguri versus Raipur, heating up in the East Zone. And let us take you into the rules that we will follow today. The first and foremost, all of you know from the eliminators, your mobile phones should be off, no other devices than the one on which you're logged in and your cameras are on that device. Please make sure your phones are off. There's no other person in that room other than you and your teammate, no parent, no teacher, no sibling, no senior. We want this to be a fair fight for the East Zone Championship. And we trust that all 8 of you will make sure that the best team wins and not through any unfair means, right? So all the very best. Let me take you through the rules that we will follow across the next 30 minutes or so. There will be 4 rounds, 20 questions in all. I will explain the rules for each round before I begin that round for you. The one rule that is very important, the cardinal rule for this quiz, is that all teams will remain on mute until I ask you to unmute and answer by calling out your name or the school name. And when I do, please answer only into the mic so I hear one clear answer from the team. If I hear 2 answers and by misfortune, the second one happens to be the correct one, I will still have to say no, because the first one that I hear is the one that we will consider, and then we might pass on to another team who will pick up on your second answer and then get points, right? So let's avoid that. Please wait for me to call upon you and then answer the question. At all times, your cameras will remain on and operational, and there might be some rounds where I tell all teams to unmute yourself, which is when you will follow that instruction. Scores at the end of each round, of course, round 1, round 2, and round 3. And then with 5 questions gone in the last round is when we will give you one final look at the scores in case you want to rethink your strategy. And then, of course, at the end of the quiz, you will see the final scoreboard. One wish, which has remained true all these years, 7 editions of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award. May your young minds always be insured against incorrect answers, not just in this quiz, but throughout your lives. So if all the teams are ready, wish you all the very best. A quick prayer to whatever gods and goddesses you believe in. Round 1, these are your rules. Round 1 is what we call preambles. 4 questions, all of them on insurance, following the rule of infinite bounds. You know infinite bounds already, but for those who are watching, a quick update of what it means. Each question, a correct answer carries 10 points. Incorrect answer does not carry any negatives. If I ask team 1 a question, they answer incorrectly, then I go to team 2. If they answer it correctly, they get the full 10 points. The next question will go to team 3. Rule of thumb being, if one team gets points, the next question will go to the next team. If no one answers, which is highly unlikely with such sharp young minds, we go twice in succession back to the same team. If it happens a third time consecutively, we go to the next team in sequence. Please wait for me to identify and call out your names before you answer. You might remember speaking out of turn is a straight -10. I hope your cameras are on. One team has their camera off. Amarpati Lions citizens, can you please? Yes, you're on there. Great. So wish you all the very best. Question 1 for team 1. Coming up on your screen now. 2 special types of travel insurance covers are the annual and the blank travel insurance policies designed for frequent travelers. The blank policy, and remember this is a hyphenated word, that's a big clue. The blank policy saves frequent flyers time and money, as one can secure as many trips as possible throughout the policy period by just paying a one-time premium. I want you to tell me, Amarpati Lions, what term fills the blank? And as you can see, it's a hyphenated word or a hyphenated term. Annual and blank travel insurance policy. Amarpati Lions, all yours. Let me tell the viewers and the other 3 teams, Amarpati Lions Citizens School are in Siliguri, and the area in which they are in, they have network issues. So we have given them a slight bit of a added time period so that they can hear us and answer. And in case they are unable to make themselves heard, my team has a direct channel with them through which they will type in their answers. They will be conveyed to me and I will say right or wrong, right? So just to make sure that you don't think I'm acting a little biased, we are making sure that this is not something that gets decided by the speed of somebody's internet connection, right? Okay, Amarpati Lions, do you want to give me a guess? What hyphenated term fills the blank? Can you please unmute yourself? Amarpati Lions, only Amarpati Lions.
Half yearly.
Half yearly. So annual and half yearly. That's a good logical guess, but not the one I'm looking for. I'm going to go across and ask team 2 to answer. Delhi Public School, Raipur. What am I looking for? It's a pass question. Quickly unmute yourself. DPS Raipur.
Sir, pass.
Pass. All right. Going back to Siliguri. GD Goenka, can you unmute and tell me what I'm looking for?
Sir, pass. Short term.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, wait.
Yes, no negatives.
We can. So short term.
Short term. Annual and short term. Not really. The last team to try this will be Krishna Public School, Raipur. What am I looking for?
2 years.
Annual and 2 years. Not really. So 1 year and 2 years. Okay. First question going all the way around. What I'm looking for is multi-trip. That's why it's a hyphenated term. Annual and multi-trip travel insurance policies. So the first question, the first points of the quiz will go to me, and the next question will go back to Amarpati Lions, team 1. Here's question 2. In India, some of the major crop insurance schemes are as follows. The Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, the RWBCIS, the Coconut Palm Insurance Scheme, hands down my favorite name for an insurance policy, and the Pilot Unified Package Insurance Scheme, or UPIS. What you have to tell me, Amarpati Lions, is what do the letters RWBCIS stand for? And I need all 5 words correct.
It's a restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme.
Will get you 10 points. The restructured weather-based crop insurance scheme. Very confident and very correct. 10 points to team 1. We are on track now for a good zonal final. The next question will go to team 2. Here's your question. Motor insurance deals with insurance covers for the loss or damage caused to a vehicle or its parts due to blank or blank calamities. These are the 2 blanks I am looking for. It provides accident cover for the individual owners of the vehicles while driving and also for passengers and third-party legal liability. Fill in the blanks and let me remind you, both parts need to be correct in order to get points. So motor
Natural and man-made.
Natural and man-made it is. DPS Raipur not letting me finish. 10 points to team 2. DPS makes a good start. The next question will go to team 3. GD Goenka, here's your question. Unit-linked insurance policies, or ULIPs, provide dual benefits of life insurance as well as savings. A certain portion of the premium that we pay is invested and the customer enjoys the returns based on blank. What
Market
2 words have I blanked out?
So market performance.
Market performance it is. So it's not an assured return per se. It will depend on how the market performs and where the funds have been invested. The performance of the market in relation to those sectors, that is what will determine the returns. 10 points again to GD Goenka Public School. End of round 1, 4 questions done. 3 of them answered very nicely by these teams. Let me remind you, it's early days in this East Zone final. It's not quick fire like the eliminators. There are 3 more rounds to go, and we are looking for 1 zonal champion who qualifies directly and 1 zonal runners-up who goes into a lucky draw. So at the end of 1 round, I can tell you, I know the scores a little bit, but I don't know the teams who have those scores. 1 question went a begging because nobody answered it. That was the first one. And the 3 that followed were answered in rapid fire. These are your scores at the end of round 1 in the East Zone final. Krishna Public School Raipur yet to open their account, but let me tell you, too good a team to let this bother them. The other 3 teams are on 10 apiece. Amarpati Lions Citizens Public School Siliguri, Delhi Public School Raipur, and GD Goenka Public School Siliguri all on 10. So nothing really that separates these 4 excellent young teams. Let us quickly take you into round 2. Round 2 is what we call general conditions. And in case you're wondering if the quizmaster has forgotten his spellings, not really. We wanted this to be a little bit of a breather in the midst of all the tension of a zonal final. So this is a GK round, a general knowledge round. That's why we call it general conditions with a K. These are going to be 4 general knowledge questions, nothing to do with insurance, just to let you breathe a sigh of relief in between. We will go anti-clockwise, beginning with team 4, passing through 3, 2, and 1. Each correct answer will get you 10 points. No negatives in case the answer is incorrect. But one thing that might fetch you negatives is if you answer out of turn. So please don't do that. Wait for me to call out your team name before you answer. If all the teams are ready, this is a question for team 4. Krishna Public School, your chance to open your account. Question number 1 of round number 2. Here it is. One of my favorite questions all time in any quiz. This fearless commander of the Ahom kingdom, located in present-day Assam, is known for his leadership in the Battle of Saraighat, which took place in 1671. In spite of being seriously ill and running a high fever, he defeated a drawn-out campaign by the powerful Mughal Empire, which was trying to dethrone the Ahom kingdom. November 24 is celebrated in this person's memory every year to commemorate his heroism every year in Assam. And also, the passing out cadet of the National Defense Academy, the best passing out cadet, where this statue is also located in the National Defense Academy near Khadakwasla in Pune. That passing out cadet gets a gold medal in the name of this person for lifetime as a memory of being the best in his batch. What you have to tell me, Team 4, who is this legendary hero whose statue you see in front of you? Team 4. This is for Krishna.
Maharana Rana Pratap.
Maharana Pratap. Okay, I think a little far away from Assam. So not the answer I'm looking for. GD Goenka Public School, quickly unmute and tell me what am I looking for?
Lachit Borphukan.
Yes. Did not expect a team from Assam to miss this. This is indeed Lachit Borphukan, the legendary commander of the Ahom kingdom. Brilliant, brilliant answer. And I would have been seriously disappointed if a team from Siliguri would have missed this. All teams, there's a request from my team here at the Quizmaster's desk. Please make sure you are looking directly into my camera. Please do not look down into any other device or any other paper. This is a sincere request. The first call out that I have, the second time, if I have to do it to some team, there might be a disqualification. So I don't want to do that. But for the moment, GD Goenka picking up a good 10 points with Lachit Borphukan. The next question will go to Team 2, Delhi Public School, Raipur. Here's your GK question. These are the various types of vehicle registration number plates used in India today. You will see in the second row, I have put a red box around 2 of these number plates. What you have to tell me, DPS Raipur, is exactly what kind of vehicles use these color-coded plates in India today.
Sir, electric?
Are you calling me electric?
No, sir, vehicles.
Electric vehicles. Yes, of course. Electric vehicles carry green number plates. In case of private electric vehicles, the lettering or the text is white. In the case of commercial electric vehicles, the text will be in yellow. A good 10 points to Team 2, Delhi Public School, Raipur. Interestingly, HDFC ERGO also runs a really beautiful initiative called All Things EV, where the EV stands for electric vehicles. When you get a chance, not just the students, everybody who's watching on Facebook and YouTube, do check it out. It's a really beautiful app and a really beautiful platform which brings you up to date on all things EV, brought to you by HDFC ERGO. So check it out. In the meanwhile, let me take Amarpati Lions center stage and ask them a GK question. This is the Renkoji Buddhist temple in Tokyo, the capital of Japan. It is assumed to be the supposed location, and I use these words very carefully because it's a very emotional. Eyes on screen, please, all teams. Amarpati, you too. It is supposed to be, it's a supposed location of the ashes of a very famous person whose whose statue can also be seen in the temple premises. And these have been preserved here since 1945. What you have to tell me, Team 1, Amarpati Lions, which famous Indian personality am I talking about, who is supposed to have their mortal remains in the Renkoji temple? Please unmute yourself, Amarpati Lions.
Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose.
Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is correct. In fact, I said it's a very touchy and emotional issue because since the mortal remains of Netaji were never found, his descendants and his followers, people who passionately believe in him, still refuse to accept that he has died, and it will require a great deal of tact and diplomacy to bring this chapter to a close. But for now, 10 points to you. This is that bust of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose in the premises of the Renkoji Buddhist temple in Japan, in Tokyo. In fact, the Renkoji temple itself is the temple of the Buddhist god for prosperity and wealth, but Netaji's ashes are supposed to be kept there since 1945. 10 points to Team 1. The next question will go back to Krishna Public School, Raipur. I really hope you open your account today. It's a general knowledge question. Here it comes. I will show you a bigger picture on the next slide. This, of course, is one of the greatest of all times in tennis, Serena Williams. Serena Williams wore this outfit while playing at the French Open in 2018 after her daughter was born, Olympia Williams, after she was born. This outfit was banned later from all major tennis championships. But the question is, which world famous popular 2018 movie was the inspiration for this very warrior like costume that Serena Williams wore at the French Open? I'll show you a bigger picture of the same image. This is how that costume looks. And the technical reason which her team gave was that she has a certain disorder of the blood vessels, and this kind of costume holds the body tightly together and prevents her from suffering a serious effect of that condition, right? But for now, Team 4, which 2018 movie is supposed to be the inspiration behind this costume?
Black Panther.
Black Panther is correct. That's a good answer to pick up your 10 points. Let's show you the answer. This is the actual Black Panther costume. Of course, one of the greatest Marvel movies, personal opinion, but one of the nicest Marvel movies in the recent past. And Chadwick Boseman, the late Chadwick Boseman, who's no longer with us, breathed so much life into the character of King T'Challa that, the guy behind the mask of the Black Panther. 10 points to Team 4. And let's show you the scores at the end of round 2. This was a short, nice round to help you catch your breath before the serious business, the business end of the quiz and the East Zone final begins. Let me remind you once again, all the teams, as well as those of you who are watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, parents, teachers, friends and family, siblings and seniors, one champion from here will qualify directly into the national final. We already have people from the North Zone and the West Zone who qualified directly. The team which comes second at the end of the East Zone final will go into the lucky draw. But for now, at the halfway stage, this is your score. The best part is everybody has scored. Krishna Public School will thank the Black Panther for giving them 10 points. The other three teams are locked neck and neck on 20 points apiece. So Siliguri, Raipur and Siliguri on 20 points. Krishna Public School on 10. Nicely set up for the last 2 rounds of this quiz. Let us take you into round 3. Round 3 is what we call floaters. These are 4 questions, again, purely on insurance. Since we went anti-clockwise with the previous round, we will go back to going clockwise, beginning with 1 and going 2, 3, 4. Each correct answer fetches you 15 points, but there's a googly here. Suppose I ask team 1 a question, they will get the first shot at it, but the moment the question comes up on screen, any of the other 3 teams, 2, 3 or 4, can buzz for it. Does this mean that they get to answer before team 1? Not really. If they buzz, we still go to team 1 for the answer. If they answer correctly, the question finishes there. They get 15 points and we move on to the next question. However, if the direct team, in this case, if team 1 does not answer correctly, there are no negatives for team 1. We go to the next team who has buzzed. So if team 4 buzzes fastest, we will skip team 2 and team 3 and go to team 4. If they answer correctly, we give them the full 15 points. However, if they answer incorrectly, they get a minus 15 because they took away the chance of team 2 and team 3 to answer. Right? Clear enough? Before we begin the actual round, we will test your buzzers, that big red circle on the right top of your screen. A dummy question will come up. I want all 4 teams to buzz, whether you know this or not. I suspect all of you know it, but it's a trial question. I will check that all 4 buzzers are working, and then we will roll onwards. So dummy question for trial coming up on screen now. Hit your buzzers. This is the logo of which very important entity in the Indian insurance space. So far, only the 2 Raipur teams have buzzed, DPS Raipur and Krishna Public School. I want GD Goenka and Amarpati Lions also to buzz. I see a buzz from GD Goenka. Great. Amarpati Lions, can you also hit the buzzer, please? The red button. And Amarpati Lions have buzzed as well. The team which buzzed fastest for this trial question was DPS Raipur. DPS Raipur for brownie points. No real points. Can you tell me whose logo is on the screen?
IRDAI.
The IRDAI, it is India's apex regulator when it comes to the Indian insurance industry. No points to you. Buzzers have been reset. As always, let's go across to team 1 for what promises to be a really, really nice round. Remember, team 1, you don't have to buzz. Team 2, 3, and 4, fingers on the buzzer, but you will wait for me to call upon you. Team 1, your direct question on screen now. One of the crop coverages under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, that scheme called PMFBY, is as follows. Loss or damage resulting from certain conditions. This is for team 1. I have a buzz, but they will have to wait. This is for Amarpati Lions. What am I looking for? And I want a 2-word answer, very, very accurate. If you look at the terms and conditions and the coverages of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, this is one of the important ones because these kind of events wreak havoc with the farmer who has worked day and night for these crops. So the PMFBY gives some relief in case something like this happens. What 2-word term is used to describe loss or damage resulting from occurrence of identified localized risk of hailstorm, landslide, inundation, cloudburst, and fire caused due to lightning? Team 1, do you have an answer for me? In case you are unable to answer, can you please unmute yourself and try? There are no negatives for you. Please feel free to guess. I'll give you 5 seconds more because it is your direct. After that, I have a buzz from one of the teams. But right now, it is with Amarpati Lions. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to pass you, no negatives there. Krishna Public School, Raipur had buzz. Can you quickly unmute KPS Raipur and tell me what am I looking for?
Localized calamities.
Localized calamities will get you a good 15-pointer. That's a very nice bounce, as we call it in quizzing terms. 15 points to Krishna Public School, Raipur. They skipped teams 2 and 3. I don't know whether you knew the answer or not, but Raipur has snatched it from under your noses. Let us reset the buzzer, please. This is a question for team 2, Delhi Public School, Raipur. You do not have to buzz. Team 1, 3, and 4. Fingers on your buzzers. Here's your question, team 2. As per the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, blank, I'm looking for one word, may be defined as any unlawful act where computers or communication devices or computer networks are used to commit or facilitate the commission of a crime. What word has been blanked out? Team 2, DPS Raipur.
Cybercrime?
Yes, of course. Why so doubtful? Cybercrime is what is defined thus by the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. 15 points to team 2. And let me tell you just a little bit of sledging for the teams. KPS Raipur had buzzed for this as well. So the boys from Raipur are not going anywhere. They're back with a bang after that 10 points lost in the first 2 rounds. But for now, let's reset those buzzers. The next question is for GD Goenka. GD Goenka, this is your question on screen now. This is somebody who's a fictional character. So if you know a Mr. Pallab Bhattacharya, this is not about him, okay? Mr. Pallab Bhattacharya has a standard health insurance policy with a leading insurance company. One day, he gets himself admitted to a reputed hospital for 2 days and undergoes a series of tests such as X-rays, MRI scan, ECG, EEG, etc. to find out what is the current status of his health. When he submitted a claim with all the receipts of these tests, the insurance company rejected the full claim outright. What you have to tell me, GD Goenka, is why did the claim get rejected? What was the exact reason why the insurer rightfully rejected Mr. Bhattacharya's claim?
Because when they do a test in hospital, it is not included in the health insurance policy. It is only when there is a treatment. The tests
sorry.
are not. Sir, so do I repeat? Yes, sir. Sir, tests are not included in the policy. Only when a treatment is done, that is only included. The tests are not included in the policy.
But for treatment, also some tests are done, right? Before a surgery, you need to have an HIV test done. Nowadays, a COVID test done. These tests are done, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm giving you a chance to clarify, because young minds should be encouraged. This is not a UPSC exam. This is a quiz, and this is about hostile Yodan. So if you can give me the right words in your answer, I might be able to give you points. Else I will move on to the buzzing teams. So I'll give you one more chance to clarify with the right words. Because as I explained, all tests are not really not covered, right? For surgery also, and for treatment also, there are a multitude of tests which are done so that the right kind of treatment can be done. So I'm looking for a very specific kind of answer. I'll give you 5 seconds.
So hospitalization without treatment.
Okay, not really. No negatives. The first 2 teams buzzed. Actually, both the Raipur teams have buzzed, but the team which buzzed fastest was KPS Raipur. These boys seem to be on fire. KPS, quickly, why did it get rejected?
Sir, because expenses made just for diagnosis is not covered.
That is what I was looking for. Expenses made purely for diagnostic purposes, just to find out what is the problem, are not covered. Unless they are followed by a treatment for those things, those expenses will not get covered under a standard health insurance policy. JD Goenka, this is why I was giving you a chance to clarify. If you had said purely diagnostic, I might have been able to give you points. But the points for now will go again to Krishna Public School, Raipur. 15 good points, crucial points at this stage. The next question is a question on which Raipur will not be able to buzz, or rather Krishna Public School will not be able to buzz, because it is their direct. Krishna Public School, your direct, teams 1, 2, and 3. Let us reset the buzzers, please. All right. 1, 2, and 3. These 2 or 3 teams, fingers on your buzzers. Krishna Public School, Raipur, you can sit back a little bit. This is your question. In motor insurance, vehicles are classified into various types for the purpose of insuring them. Look at the picture very carefully. Which exact type of vehicle will this vehicle get classified into when it comes to motor insurance policies? I need 3 or 4 words in your answer to get points.
Passenger carrying commercial vehicle.
Passenger carrying commercial vehicle is correct. You can see a faint logo of one of the reputed cab hailing companies there. And of course, that number plate, which is yellow with black on it. Both of these things point to the fact that this is a passenger carrying commercial vehicle. Very, very confident answer by the team from Krishna Public School, Raipur. 15 points to you to bring this quiz into its final stretch. 3 rounds are done. We will show you the scores at the end of 3 rounds in another 30 seconds or so. Until then, let me remind all of you who are participating, all of you who are watching on Facebook Live as well as YouTube, there are just 8 more questions to go. All of them are going to be on the buzzer, so it will be a lightning fast round. And at the end of those 8 questions, we will have an East Zone champion who qualifies directly into the national final. We will also have an East Zone first runners-up who will go into a lucky draw with a 50-50 chance to qualify into the national final as well. But for now, at the end of 12 good questions, these are your scores. All the teams are bunched up there like a marathon in the middle stages where everybody is trying to stay with the pack. 20 points apiece to Amarpati Lion Citizens Public School, Siliguri, as well as GD Goenka Public School, Siliguri. The 2 Siliguri teams on 20. 35 points to Delhi Public School, Raipur. But at this stage, leading, and they were trailing all the other teams when this round began. If you remember, what a big difference 4 questions can make. with 55 points. Leading at this stage is Krishna Public School, Raipur. Really nobody's game at this point because there are 160 points at play in the next round. Let's show you the rules for that. Round 4 is what we call risks and premiums. 8 insurance questions, all of them on the buzzer, and all teams can buzz for these questions. Only the fastest in descending order will get to answer. You will answer in the order of buzzing as determined by me and my team, who can see all the buzzes here. The answer value is +20 if you get it right, -20 if you buzz and get it wrong or say pass after buzzing. Please wait, please wait for me to call out your name before you answer. Do not get overexcited and answer, because so far in the 3 zonal rounds, nobody has got a minus for answering out of turn, and it would be a cruel twist of fate if somebody misses out on the national final because you spoke out of turn, right? You can buzz as soon as the question comes up on screen, but the moment you buzz, I will wait. I will not wait for anybody. I will stop talking and I will ask you to answer. You cannot withdraw your buzzer after you're buzzed. And for this round, all teams will unmute themselves right now. Please unmute yourself. Please make sure there is nobody in that room other than you and your partner. No other devices are on. Amarpati Lions also unmuted. Great. Thank you very much. You really are cooperative and helpful young children. If all the teams are ready, as always, we will do a quick buzzer test. When the next slide comes up, it's a dummy question for trialing your buzzers. Let's show you the question. What does ECGC stand for? 2 teams have buzzed. We will wait for all the teams in order to buzz. 3 teams and 4. All right. Krishna Public School, Raipur, you want to practice a little bit, warm up and tell me what ECGC stands for?
Export Credit Guarantee Corporation.
Export Credit and Guarantee Corporation of India. Very, very nice. I can't give you points because this was a trial. Buzzers have been reset. Fingers on your buzzers now. As always, before every question, I will tell you a little bit about that question, so you're not really blind when you buzz, right? All right. Let's go on and bring up my question as well. Perfect. The next question is one big image with 4 things in one image, right? I have blanked out one of those things. The other 3 I have kept unblanked. Very famous pictures, very famous things. All of you who have studied insurance should know them very, very well. What you need to do is take a look at the 3 and tell me the name of the 4th, which I have blanked out. And since these are the only 4 of a certain set, your answer should be perfectly on cue. If all the teams are ready, fingers on your buzzers, here's your question. Let's see who has buzzed. Quickly move up, please. Wait for me to... Krishna Public School, Raipur. What have I blanked out?
Yes, sir. Oriental Insurance Company.
Oriental Insurance Company is correct. The 4 public sector general insurers of India. There's New India Assurance, United India, the beautiful peacock logo of National, and the one that is blanked out is Oriental Insurance Company. A good 20 points. Let's reset those buzzers. 20 points to team 4 and 7 more questions to go. The next question is a fully text question, 5 or 6 lines to come. I am looking for a 3-word answer. It has something to do with HDFC ERGO, the folks who are bringing you this quiz. So please make sure that you have your HDFC ERGO quotient on point. If the teams are ready, question coming up now. HDFC ERGO's game-changing Optima Secure Health Insurance Plan. KPS Raipur, Krishna Public School Raipur, what am I looking for?
Automatic restoration benefit.
Oh, automatic restore benefit it is. I really don't know what to make of young minds like you. I doubt if I was woken up tomorrow morning and asked this question, I would answer as fast. 20 points again to Krishna Public School Raipur. Automatic restore benefit is what I was looking for. Whenever you get the time, everybody who's watching, do check out. It's a really, really game-changing product from the people who are bringing you this quiz. Let's move on to question 3, and let me tell you what question 3 is all about. Question 3 will show you 3 images. Very nice and attractive images, but please don't get confused by the topic because it's very much to do with insurance. I want you to focus. All 3 of these are connected in some way when it comes to insurance. I want you to tell me what the rightmost image, the one on your right, the right of the screen, what is the insurance connection, the exact insurance connection of the image on the rightmost of your screens, right? Everybody clear? If all the teams are ready, question coming up on screen now. Let's see who has buzzed the fastest. This is DPS Raipur getting into the act. Delhi Public School Raipur, quickly. What is the connection?
Sir, they all tell about the movies which were the Mohabbatein was the movie which benefited first from the insurance.
That is what I was looking for. The movie, the first Bollywood movie, or the first Indian movie which benefited from an insurance from an insurance payout, because the connection between these is in 1993 when Subhash Ghai was making Khalnayak and the leading actor got under a little bit of a cloud because of certain things that were happening in the legal sphere. The Subhash Ghai felt that next time onwards, movies should be insured in case the leading actor or the director was unavailable for something. So in 1999, when he came up with the movie Tal was the first Indian movie to be insured, but they did not have to pay out because nothing happened, fortunately. Mohabbatein in the year 2000, when Mohabbatein came out, Mohabbatein was the first movie which benefited from an insurance payout because Aishwarya Rai, who coincidentally was there in Tal as well, she was injured during the shooting. The movie got delayed, and the insurer paid up according to the terms of the policy. A good 20 points to bring DPS Raipur back into contention. Let's reset the buzzers. The next question also has a very nice image. It has to do, of course, with insurance. I'm going to ask you exactly what is it that you see in that image, and I'm looking for a very specific word. Just one word will give you points, but it needs to be the right word. If all the teams are ready, let's show you the question now. In marine cargo insurance, DPS Raipur has gone for this. Let me quickly see whether you are the first. DPS Raipur, quickly. What am I looking for?
Sir, it's cargo.
-20 to DPS Raipur. The next team to buzz was Krishna Public School. What am I looking for?
Container.
Container will get you points. Which specific type of packaging is seen in this photo? So marine cargo deals with the type of packaging, which may be boxes, which may be cartons, and the most common of all shipping containers, all shipping packaging, which is containers. So that was a little bit of a up and down for the two teams from Raipur. 20 points to Krishna Public School. Containers are what this is called. And those of you who might be interested in eco-friendly practices followed around the world might want to check out when you get time that nowadays these containers, when they outlive their usefulness in shipping, people are actually using them for sustainable and affordable housing around the world. So they are making these containers into houses of 3, 4, 5 rooms, and some really beautiful examples if you take the trouble and search for it on Google, right? Do that after this quiz. But for now, we come to question number 5. Question number 5 is again an image question. Typically, I like to put as many images as possible in a buzzer round. I'm going to show you an image along with some text next to it, like this answer, which said containers very specifically. The answer that I want for points is also very, very specific. So please be careful. If all the teams are ready, question coming up now. Exactly what type of cybercrime fraud is shown? DPS Raipur trying to claw back that -20. Tell me what is being looked at here.
Sir.
Quickly. What type of cybercrime? 3 seconds only, not more.
Sir, scam.
minus 20 DPS Raipur, not scam. The next team to buzz is your city mates, Krishna Public School. What am I looking for?
Smishing.
Can you spell that for me?
Smishing. SMISHING.
Smishing it is. Smishing, which is phishing via SMSs. That is why I asked you to spell it out. 20 points to Krishna Public School, Raipur. When somebody tries to commit a cybercrime or fraud by means of SMSs, you combine SMS and phishing, you get smishing. You combine DPS Raipur, sorry, you combine the two people from Krishna Public School, Raipur, you get 20 points. 20 points to the team from Krishna Public School, Raipur. That brings us to 5 questions down. I promised you a score update at the end of 5 questions. So we will bring you the scores at the end of 5 questions in this round. There are 3 more questions to go. Let me remind you, the East Zone champion qualifies directly into the national final. The East Zone runners-up need not lose hope. There are a lot of good gods and goddesses in that part of the country. There's the Kamakhya temple, there's the Jagannath temple. The East Zone runners-up will pray furiously to all these deities and hope that the lucky draw throws up their name as well. But for now, at the end of 5 questions in the last round of the East Zone finals, these are your scores. 15 points to Delhi Public School, Raipur. They got 2 minuses, which were agonizing for them. 20 points to the team from Amarpati Lions and the team from GD Goenka Public School, the 2 Siliguri teams. But at this point, sitting with what I think is an unassailable lead in this East Zone final is the team from Krishna Public School, Raipur, with 135. A good century, a daddy 100 as they call it in cricket. But for now, we have 3 more questions to go. Let's see who finishes first and second. If all the teams are ready and buzzers have been reset, let's take a look at what we have in store for you. The next question is a question that, for a change, is full of text. It deals with a type of insurance which has become very popular and wanted in the last few years, in the last decade or so, for a certain reason. You have to tell me what kind of insurance is being described, and 1 word needs to be there in your answer for points. Fingers on your buzzers, question on your screen now. What is this special type of insurance called, which has become very popular? DPS Raipur, what am I looking at?
So piracy insurance.
Piracy or anti-piracy will get you 20 points. 20 points to DPS Raipur. Krishna Public School was there like a hawk waiting for you to miss. But Delhi Public School, too good a team to miss so many times in succession. Good answer. Anti-piracy or piracy insurance will get you 20. 2 more questions to go. Let us reset those buzzers. The next question is again one of my favorites. It's an image. In that image, I have put a red bordered box around a certain term. What you have to tell me is what does that term stand for when it comes to insurance in India, right? If the question is clear, question coming up on screen now. What does the red bordered thing stand for? Krishna Public School, Raipur, what am I looking at?
Motor Accident Claim Tribunal.
Motor Accident Claims Tribunal is correct. 20 points to you. You will move on to a 155 points. And let's reset those buzzers. MACT, very, very important when it comes to a grievance that crops up in motor accident cases. Good 20 points to Krishna Public School, Raipur. The last question of this quiz. Before this question, a quick request to all the 4 teams on screen and to everybody who's watching us on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube. In the next 7 to 10 minutes, we will wrap up the East Zone final along with our chief guest who will chime in with his observations on this quiz, as well as the vote of thanks for everybody who's brought this quiz together. So my earnest request to everybody, especially the teams and the viewers, please do not log off. Please stay on screen, no matter how delighted you are or disappointed you are. Ups and downs are part of the game. But what matters is how you play the game and how you conduct yourself at the end of that competition. So I will look forward to all of you on screen when we finish. So please stay tuned, don't go anywhere. The last question coming up will be the 8th question of this East Zone final. I'm going to show you a big picture which has got about 9 smaller images in it of different places all around India. The question has to do with a very innovative kind of insurance that some insurers are offering when it comes to these places. You have to tell me what is that kind of insurance called. And like the piracy word that you mentioned, one word, as long as it is there in your answer, I will give you points. If all the teams are ready, fingers on your buzzers. The last question of the East Zone finals on your screen now. Which type of specialized insurance is this? Krishna Public School, Raipur, quickly, what am I looking for?
Pilgrimage cover.
In unison as one. Pilgrimage insurance is what I'm looking for. All of these places, there's Kedarnath, there's the Golden Temple, there's the Kumbh Mela, there's the Jagannath Ratha Yatra, which I mentioned before. All of these are places where Indians go for pilgrimage. And some insurers are offering pilgrimage insurance because, unfortunately, in addition to devotees, thefts also take place. Thieves are present there. Your wallet, your identity card, your tickets, if anything gets lost, this kind of pilgrimage insurance will cover your losses, right? Good 20 points to wrap up this East Zone final to Krishna Public School, Raipur. Let me remind you, while the scores are being totaled, the winner of the East Zone final qualifies directly into the national final to join 2 other teams, one from the north and one from the west, who already qualified. They will be joined by one more team, which is the South Zone champions, when we travel there virtually, so to say, tomorrow. But for now, the team which comes first qualifies directly into the national final. The team which comes second goes through into a lucky draw along with the 3 other zonal runners-up, and 2 of them will make it a 6-team national final. For now, these are your scores. I want everybody watching to applaud all the 4 teams for the lion-hearted fight that they have shown in reaching here. These are your scores. Let's applaud the 2 teams on 21st. Amarpati Lion Citizens Public School, Siliguri, represented by Saima Sarkar and Chiradeep Ghosh, finish on 20. Well done, Saima and Chiradeep. You are joined on the same score by your city mates from Siliguri, GD Goenka Public School, Devang Kaushik Sharma and Rangdol Gole. Very well done, both of you, and I appreciate the fact that you made a fight of this in the East Zone finals. Finishing second, East Zone runners-up this year, Delhi Public School, Raipur, with 35 points, represented by Ritvik Rai and Soham Nag. Ritvik and Soham, I don't know which gods and goddesses you believe in, but you better start praying, boys, because tomorrow evening, your fate will be on the line, along with 3 other zonal runners-up for that lucky loser draw. But for now, this evening belongs to one team and one team only. From Krishna Public School, Raipur, I have met the teams from this school in person when I've traveled there for a couple of quizzes earlier before the COVID pandemic. I know how good they are and how earnest they are when it comes to quizzing. 175, I think one of the biggest scores in the zonals so far. Krishna Public School, Raipur, represented by Aditya Singh and Shrish Gautam, are the East Zone champions for today. Let's have a quick virtual round of applause for them. Very, very well done, both of you. And with that, we come to the end of the competitive section. And it is my pleasure and privilege to call up again to join us somebody very senior here at HDFC ERGO. He was here at the beginning of the quiz to buck up everybody who was participating. He is here now to give a pat on the back to everybody who contested it, and a special virtual handshake of congratulations to the teams who did well. Let me call upon Mr. Ankur Bahore. He is the President Bank Assurance here at HDFC ERGO, one of the super seniors who's made it a point to throw his weight behind this quiz every single year. Ankur sir, all yours. While he joins us, Please stay on screen, all 4 teams, everybody on Facebook Live and YouTube as well. This year, YouTube has been a welcome addition to the live broadcast of this quiz. And we will, as Ankur sir also promised, and yesterday Mr. Narasimhan also promised, we will always look to make this bigger and better every year. Hopefully, we will see more teams on the ground at the zonals also when this entire pandemic COVID situation is behind us. Because let me tell you, as a quiz master and as somebody who brings this quiz to you on behalf of HDFC ERGO, for me and the entire team at HDFC ERGO, nothing beats the joy of meeting you in person, seeing so many young minds crammed into an auditorium, the clamor and the bustle and the excitement and the cheers and the tears when somebody wins or loses. Sometimes there are both when you win, because there are tears of joy as well. So we will try and make this an annual feature, perhaps on the ground next year. Fingers crossed for that. But for now, we are virtual. There is something you may or may not know. One very welcome thing which has really brought a great lot of joy to me personally is the fact that this year the national finals will be on the ground, back in person here in Mumbai. So every zonal winner and the 2 lucky loser zonal runners up and their parent or teacher will be flown here to Mumbai by the folks at HDFC ERGO. You will be put up in a really nice place, befitting your stature as champions, and you will fight it out in the national final in front of the entire senior management team at HDFC ERGO and a hall full of your parents, your teachers, anybody who might have accompanied you, and a lot of other people who will be cheering you on. So that is something to look forward to in less than 2 to 3 weeks. That is when the national final will go down. But for now, 3 zonal finals are done. For me, it's a big relief as well as a grief, because you never like to really go away from such brilliant young minds as you meet at the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior. This quiz has grown dearer and dearer to all of us at HDFC ERGO as the years have gone by. And year 7, there is a very famous movie called The 7-Year Itch. And year 7 has been that kind of an itch for us, because we were determined to make this the biggest ever so far. We did that with almost 3 lakh students contacted. We went out to 110 cities in spite of the pandemic, which is still lurking around the corner. We reached out to almost 1,200 schools in spite of this pandemic. So really hats off to the principals and the teachers and the parents who made this kind of connection possible. We will look forward to connect with you again and again for more and more such things as time goes by. But for now, we will have Mr. Ankur Bahore joining us in a very short while. So please don't go anywhere. And we will try to wrap this up, announce the winners, and then quickly make sure that a heartfelt thanks goes out to everybody who's participated. All right. So I have a quick update from Ankur sir's team. He's joining us shortly as we speak. In fact, it's really unfortunate that he's unable to join us immediately, because I know for a fact that he's been following this live down to the last question. And it is always, it happens in online events that those things that you call gremlins in the machine, they always kind of act up at the very moment when you don't really want your connection to be interrupted, right? So I'm guessing this is something that has to do with the network at Ankur sir's end, but I'm sure he will join us very, very shortly. This is something which is a tradition here at HDFC ERGO. The senior most people at the top of HDFC ERGO, they've made it a point to be there throughout the quiz. In fact, those of you who will have the fortune to be at the national finals, whether in person or watching virtually, will see that right down from our managing director and CEO himself, Ritesh Kumar sir, downwards, everybody else turns up to cheer and clap and be a part of that emotion of that Haussle ki Udan that this quiz has turned out to be. So please don't go anywhere. We will be shortly with you with Ankur sir, who's waiting in the wings, the virtual wings, so to say. So we will come to you with him, and he will have a few words of wisdom and praise for all the 4 teams who are with us. right? In the meanwhile, if I may request my team at HDFC ERGO, can we quickly show everybody who's watching an AV of that brilliant young chap called Rahul, who is an Insurance Awareness Award winner and who is so much in demand in his home and society and surroundings when it comes to insurance. So it will give everybody who's watching something to look at as well. Can we show the AV to the people who are watching?
Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी.
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है. हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ. So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट.
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना. जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं.
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस. अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं.
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे. सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं. एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो. आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी. इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस.
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी.
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है. बाय.
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा. आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz, winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान.
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान.
Thank you so much. Always brings a smile to my face. Always brings a smile to my face to be able to see this AV. Ankur sir, welcome. For everybody who's watching, GD Goenka and Amarpati, can I please request you to switch on your cameras? GD Goenka and Amarpati. Oh, thank you. Amarpati is here. GD Goenka, please switch on your cameras. In the meanwhile, let me extend a warm welcome to Mr. Ankur Bahore. He is the President Bank Assurance here at HDFC ERGO. Ankur sir, we've had a roller coaster of an East Zone final. I know you were watching, so I will not take up any more of your time. All yours.
So thank you, Bhubaneshwar, man. And what a day today. I mean, it was so exciting. You know, so many ups and downs, but clearly we had our Virat Kohli of the day today. And congratulations to the winner, which is Krishna Public School, with a big mile difference. I mean, big round of applause to them. But at the same time, it's not one person who's made this day today. It's all the participants who have come forward, who have participated in the rounds, various schools. In fact, I'm thankful to all the schools who have come forward, participated in good numbers. But there has to be one winner, and we have that one winner who will move forward to the next round from representing the zone, which is Krishna Public School. But I was very excited to see the buzzer, the kind of scoring which they've done in the buzzer round, which was 80 points. Phenomenally good, phenomenally good. So congratulations to Aditya and Shirish. You know, great work done. But to me, each and everyone who participated today is Aditya and Shirish and our champion Rahul, whom we have in our video. Because if in this age, if you are, attaining knowledge of insurance, I'm sure the Rabon effect, which you all will have, amongst the circle of influence will be phenomenally good for them individually, also to the society. So it's great what you all have been, practicing for and what you have contributed to today. It's a habit, I mean, the more and more we read, the more and more we learn, the more and more we understand things, and that will help us to be a better citizen in times to come. Uh, so to me, it's been an exciting day, a long day although. So I won't take much of a time. I would lastly thank all the parents and the school management who have, taken efforts to participate to this level, and I look forward for their support in times to come also. So thank you very much. Enjoy the day. Congratulations once again to the winners. And I would like to call in Somesh Surana, who is head for digital business for us, to come and deliver the word of thanks to you. Thank you. So I'm sure technology is helping us immensely, at times not to the level of expectations what we wanted to. So while Somesh is joining us in a minute, uh, I'm hoping that such platforms, which is the Insurance Awareness Quiz, builds up excitement between the student fraternity, between the teachers, and also the parents. So we look forward for your feedback and suggestions as to how we can improve upon. But the scale at which we have reached now, we are confident that this will certainly help us to increase the awareness in the right measure. We're covering now, quite a fair, length and breadth of the country. We've got close to now about 1,200 schools from 110 cities. So it's something which is quite heartening. A thought which came a couple of years back and to level where it is now. So thank you once again for participating. To all the kids who have participated today, believe you me, each and every one, whether you're a winner or not, you guys have done excellent. So continue this journey of learning, and over to you, Sumesh.
Thank you, Ankur. Yes, as usual, last minute glitch, but I'm very excited to be here. What a day it was, and especially the last half an hour. It was absolutely exciting. The way I saw all the teams, and there's only one thing that I want to say before I thank everybody and do a vote of thanks formally. Winners are not people who never fail, I think, but people who never quit is what winners is all about, right? All the teams till the last. I mean, I know that Krishna Public School has been leading not only in this round, but the earlier rounds as well, with a lead, good enough lead, but all the teams till the end tried their best. I could see the emotion. I could see how frustrated they were when they answered wrong, especially the team from Raipur, the DPS Raipur. I was thrilled to see all of that. And what a day it was. So thank you once again to all of you. I think before I go to thank each and every person, it's very important for us to understand that when we do these kind of events, it's always a lot of people and hard work that goes behind it. The scale at which we've done this, Ankur spoke about it, Meghasham spoke about it. We've gone to a level where we were being approached by more than 1,200 or almost 1,200, 1,170 schools to be precise. Almost 3 lakh students there, 52 teams there. It's not an easy task, right? So thank you to all the schools, all the students who really have shown interest, parents, teachers, all the team who's worked behind to kind of ensure that we get these kind of participation. I would also want to thank at the same point in time it's not only the winners, but all the teams who participated in this round or the other zones that we've been managing. There is a team that works behind the scenes, so we need to really think about those as well. Marketing, the agency, the entire team of Mega Sham, and especially our host Mega Sham, who's been conducting this so well. I mean, the way he talks about the passion that he shows, it's something all of us admire here at HDFC ERGO as well. On that note, all I would like to thank, and how can I not thank Ankur? Ankur had spared the entire time, our president for bank assurance. He ensured that each and every round has been looked at. He was entirely present for the whole day with us for this. So thank you so much, Mr. Ankur Bore, for being with us for this whole day. Once again, I would like to thank each and every person who was part of this quiz today, of this HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award. All the teams, and especially Aditya and Shirish, it was a delight to see both of you. The pace at which you answer, probably I also don't know these at this pace if I will be able to answer these questions or not. So I'm looking forward to meet you. Best of luck, and thank you everyone.